Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's week 4 of the Sunday Cup today. We've got another exciting matchup coming up. It is going to be Team Mental Paper versus PhD.
Yeah.
I hope you're all excited. I am Rabbit Panda, also known as Little Sparrow, also known as Mystic, whichever you prefer, and I'm joined today by Lipsycat. Please say hello to everyone here.
Hello to the stream. My name is Lipsycat. I am the captain of CBS, and today I will be casting as well. I don't know if my audio is good or not. Let me check.
I think I need to turn you up very slightly.
No, you're just really loud.
I'll turn myself down instead.
Right.
I hope that should have fixed it.
Yeah. So, Mystic, what do you think of the teams we're playing today? That are playing today.
It should be a very interesting matchup. This is currently Team Mental Paper are at 2-1, while Placeholder are 1-2. So I'd say this is a pretty almost must-win for both sides. What would you say?
Well, I mean, we're in week 4. I don't think it matters them. But I mean, if one team can catch up, and then they'll both be 2-2. They are very close in one games as well. TMP is 4-3, while Placeholder's 3-4. So yeah, if Placeholder win, both teams will be 2-2. But if TMP win, they will start increasing their lead, and will be the first team that is 3-1 after we are 3-0, and Supportive is currently 4-0.
All right. Well, either way, interesting matches coming up, I'd say.
It does say I'm silent. Let me put. I turned my microphone a little down on the thing.
Yeah.
Is better?
It's a bit
All
better,
right.
yeah.
Looks like everyone's in the lobby.
Yeah, I am just quickly making sure I've got a couple of things. It looks like TMP are going to be on blue side for game 1, with PhD being on red side. Do you think there's going to be a high priority on any particular champion, or?
Well, when we played against them, Placeholder really liked the set pick, and their support is called Click My Lantern. So I'm gonna assume that they like Thresh. Yeah, and the other team, I haven't really watched too much. I don't know if they all have the same players as well. I know their AD carry player is, I think, Diamond 1, so they'll probably play around bot lane.
And what do you think is the answer then? Do you think the opposing bot lane goes for a more safe pick, try and survive that, or do you think they counter and play around bot lane as well?
I would say, speaking from experience in bot lane, just camp the hell out of them. It's not fun to play, and if you can get them sufficiently behind, you'll, of course, you'll take them out of the game. This is, of course, assuming
pick and ban. I will just let everyone know. While we are here, I would just like to say, if anyone missed it, Aurelian Soul is banned this week, as we're awaiting more hotfix and letting people get more used to them. But I'll let you finish your point now, Lipsy, about the whole camping bot lane and everything.
Yeah, of course, assuming that you camp bot lane, you do have to hope, at least, that your team does not fall behind completely without your attention. As we do see a Vex ban and a Caitlyn ban. So yeah, Vex taken off because Fluffy Butt Meister likes playing it a lot. I don't think Vex is very strong right now, but people will probably continue to ban it because it's a comfort champion. We see some more AD carry bans as well as a Jax. So yeah, I think they're trying to get some priority onto the set counters, like get the set counters out.
Yeah, I was about to ask. We saw how effective Jax is against set, so you think maybe that was because of it? And lastly, it's a Braum ban. That's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, not sure why. Kayn ban. I think the jungler of TMP has played Kayn before, so
We'll be first pick here. What do you think? Do you think there's a priority on support maybe, or ADC to get a strong pick there? Oh, never
Well,
mind.
usually go jungle blind, or at least something like jungle or mid. So yeah, that'll probably be a Mumu jungle. I know Mumu gets played a lot in this server, and he is pretty decent right now. And we do see the Thresh just instantly locked in. One trick name, one trick champion. So yeah, some playmaking in bot lane at least, some aggro possibility.
Funny enough, I believe that the last time Click My Lantern played Fresh, he actually lost there. There's a Misfortune pick coming in.
Fortune Thresh, that's a lane combo I have not seen ever.
Maybe the Misfortune pick is more to deny Curse of the Sad bullet time for TMP.
Yeah, but I don't know if you want to pick MF purely for that.
It's an interesting one.
They did bad Braum, so that blocks, which can block a MF ult really easily. And that's a Varus with Annie support potentially. Annie's really strong right now, so yeah.
Yeah,
probably an Annie bot.
Yeah, we saw changes for Annie this patch, and she has shot up in popularity and strength as well.
We see some very aggro bot lane picks so far, assuming Annie's bot lane, of course. Let's see how placeholder take the Maokai. Very good champion right now, in general.
Yeah, that can be very scary. Fresh isn't the tankiest, so if Annie just drops Tibbers or a followed by Verisalt, I think he just melts. A Gwen ban. Oh,
I will say Maokai has way better objective control in my I think over a Mumu, because if he just ults, no one can get close. So if they do set up these Drakes well, they can get a early Drake lead, I think. As we see a Gwen ban.
It does rely on getting priority, of course, but the saplings as well for checking and securing bushes. There's Samira taken off. Interesting.
I think they're trying to ban the Samira mid lane that was played against us last week.
That could be a shout, yeah, actually.
It was kind of annoying to deal with, but I was playing LeBlanc, who's not a great champion right now, I think. So I don't know how it would work in another game. As we also see Talia gone. Talia. I assume mid lane.
It is a strong mid laner, I'd say, in my opinion.
If you can get the Annie CC and then a Talia knockback on top of that, that's just death. As Anivia does get banned. Anivia.
Yeah, Meister Fluffy does like to go for control mage picks, so the Anivia ban not really surprising. I think it's actually been banned quite a few times. There's the set we were talking about.
No.
However, it is blind.
Yeah, it is blind. They want to pick safe last pick for mid, which is pretty interesting. Mid over top lane, because I think mid is less volatile if you get counterpicked.
Yeah,
I was actually expecting placeholder to go Syndra here, but it'll be picked up by TMP instead. Syndra is okay right now. I don't think she's amazing. Some people think she's OP. I don't know.
She scales very well from what I've seen. Oh, that's an interesting one. Just saying, okay, you want to go for lane? I'll go for lane.
Ooh.
No, never mind. That's gonna be a Fiora, looks like. Is it locked in? It is locked in. We see Fiora.
Some split push threat.
Oh yeah, that is a very interesting matchup in the top lane. Fiora versus Set. A lot of fighting, probably. A lot of trading between them. The Orianna hover coming in.
Is Orianna good into Syndra? I know Syndra has some really nice zone control with her Qs, and Orianna does also offer that, but I'm not sure if Orianna offers that into Syndra. I guess they're just looking for a team fight combo, hoping to get Set in there with an Orianna ult and an MF ult together.
Personally, I think that Orianna is perfectly fine into Syndra here. Very good. I'm not saying it's the perfect pick to go into her, but it synergizes well with the rest of the team, as we see Misfortune and Maokai both pretty good AoE ultimates. And then, of course, it's just Orianna. Orianna's usually fairly good. If you can scale up, that is.
I will say with Syndra, I don't know how strong she is because I have not yet played against a good Syndra, in my opinion. A lot of the times when we play against Syndras, it's support mains who just got their new skin and they're trying her out for the first time, and I've not been impressed.
Yeah, I can imagine that could be an issue to decide how strong she is. Well, we are in game now. These are the picks. We have to wait for the spectator delay, of course, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go through this a bit. I'll do the standard thing I ask all my broadcast partners. Prediction for Game 1, based on the drafts and, well, everything in general. Who do you think is picking up Game 1?
I don't know. I think a lot of it depends. Like, set into Fiora can go really well, but also just completely get shit on. The Amumu combo, if they can get it off, like Amumu can get a really nice ult in, and I think they just clean up after that. But on the other hand, if Placeholder get their combo off, then they'll probably win the fight. I think a lot of it will just depend on who's more ahead early. And like I said with Maokai, I think they can really get Drake control and objective control, as long as they don't waste the ult or ult too early or something like that. So yeah, I think Placeholder have a good combo. If they can pull it off, I can see them win.
Fair enough. I'll have to see what our president says about your free language. I don't think you'll be getting any fine or anything, so don't worry about that. PhD, I think I agree with you. They have a stronger combo than TMP. So at the end of the day, it's all down to execution. But based off what I've seen of these teams as well as the comps they have, I think PhD have the slight edge. I'm quite interested in seeing how this Annie goes. After latest changes, she is very strong, as I said. And Varus Annie can really mess you up in lane if you overstep, get an Annie stun, just Varus's damage following it up.
Yeah, it would not surprise me if they just go full aggro early and just steamroll the lane from there on out. Let's see if anything in the cards yet? Nope, nothing so far.
Well,
I will say, it annoys me that no one goes into the lobby by roll. we always take the time to do that because it lines up well with the champ select.
We might have to make a rule where people lose bans if they don't align themselves with roles.
Yeah.
Or at least it's a nice little thing, but I can arrange them once we get in game, which we will be getting soon. About 10 seconds left. PhD versus Team Mental Paper. Game 1 coming right up, as we'll be heading into load screen very shortly.
A mid-table clash between current 4th and 7th place teams.
Yeah, the teams only separated by one game, as you said.
Yeah, we're only 3 weeks in 4th now, so there's not too much differentiation between the teams so far. Like, before this week, every team was either 3-0, 2-1, 1-2, or 0-3.
Yeah. But
of course,
everyone matters, though. At the end of the day, one win can propel you up. We saw in the LEC last year.
That's a cleanse on Varus.
Yeah, interesting.
Why do you reckon that is? Purely for Thresh?
I guess so. We've got some slight difficulties here. One moment. I quickly switch us to the draft to see if I can fix this. For some reason, the spectate isn't loading properly.
The game currently looks like how the game looks for me a lot of the time. It's just a black screen.
Yes. I will quickly reload the game. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
We're missing so much.
Oh, yes, we are.
Well, a lot of teams don't invade, which I think makes sense with a lot of your comps. So I don't think we'll be missing much the first minute and a half.
I do believe PhD actually were one of the teams that didn't invade. I think it was 2 weeks ago at this point, or last week.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Well, we are now in game, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the slight delay there. We had to quickly reload a few things.
Mods Gamba. Yeah, who do you guys think is gonna win? Everyone who's in chat right now, who do you guys think will take the epic W? Let me check real quick. Yeah, the scores are correct. Yep. Okay, everything seems fine. Some early
The only
boarding
thing that
from.
seems to be bugging a bit is the zoom not going further out.
It's Control Shift W, right?
I think you're on a Zerdy though, I think.
Uh, Control Shift Z.
Doesn't seem to
Should be it.
work, so.
You see a dance off in mid lane. That's
Yeah. Have a little friendly exchange there.
We see Set in the tri bush waiting for the cheese. Let's see how if that works out. I think he did take ignite for lane. So this Set is really banking on lane. Fiora, on the other hand,
Oh,
went
yeah.
teleport, and he's leaving.
Fiora does get a nice little trade. The Fiora's going Grasp. It's a bit more defensive setup. As some Fioras do run something like Conqueror. But we'll see if she can get herself nice and tanky here.
Those are 2 vital procs already. Bone
Yeah,
plating.
very nice work there. Looking at the rune choices, there's nothing I'd say that's too crazy as of yet. We see that Oriana to go area. I think that's fine. I have seen. I think most Orianas prefer phase rush.
Yeah, I'm more of an airy or comet person, as we see them trading all around.
See more trading. The Varus also has gone lethal tempo instead of comet. So it looks like it will be an attack speed Varus instead of a lethality Varus.
Yeah, it seems like a full on hit Varus. Although he did start long sword, which is an interesting start for.
Well, I guess he believes that most of the damage he will be facing will be poke from Misfortune over having all ins.
Both AD carries actually have cleanse. There's only one heal, and then there's ignite on the thresh. So very interesting summoners. Lots of normal things. That's is that a phase rush Maokai?
Yes, it is also a thing you do. We see here some trading in bot lane. The Fresh again, nice flay, but we saw the Annie stun come back in and just also chunk him out. However, the Varus not looking too hot right now. We forced to start burning those potions.
No.
So it looks like the bot lane of Placeholder is starting to get some advantage. They're stacking up a nice wave here. Oh, that's a very nice repose from the Fiora. Gets a good little trade, but very nice W from the Set to basically even it out.
Set is a champion that wins trades. The more you lose trades, so
that's one way to look at them. That is very close to first play, actually. Oh, that's a nice hook on the Annie. The Misfortune E goes down. That's a nice play. The Annie, I think, is just dead here. Yep, that's first blood. Good flash away from the Fresh to survive as well. 1-for-0 first blood to the Misfortune.
Oh, Fiora moving out very far, but Set does tank the third shot. Doesn't get the W off center, at least. Yeah, the Varus could have done more damage if he was already level 3 in the earlier exchange. He didn't have the Blight yet. But now he does, so we'll see how the lane goes now. That is a plate, for which I don't think Thresh got it. So that is a solo plate for Misfortune. That's a good lead to start with.
Something I just noticed, the Maokai is invading. I think that's right, but in the top lane here, the Set doesn't have a lot of health right now. He's on the wrong side of the map. Good flash from him. Can the Fiora catch him? The Ignite goes down, but it's not enough. Oh, the Amumu! Oh, he just walked past the red buff. The Maokai's taken. I think he thought it was already taken. I wasn't quite sure. But that is basically, well, I'd say solo kill in the bot lane, technically a 2v2 kill, and a solo kill in the top lane.
And he'll be missing a lot of those minions. The cannon was really low there.
Yes.
I have also noticed that Misfortune started tier, and they still got a kill, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, some nice little trading down from Maokai, but the Syndra is able to just back off. She's looking for a back, blocking mana there. The moves here. Can they catch the Maokai? The Mumu Q hits. Oh, that was some miscommunication. Oh no, wait, sorry. I thought that was an Orion ult going down. I apologize. It was a Mumu E. It just looked very similar.
It's a
They
very
did burn the flash
visual
from Maokai.
W. It's a very visual W.
Yes.
Yeah, Maokai no flash now. There's no summoners top lane for Set either. Fiora still holding on to the teleport, as we do see bot lane just getting shoved in constantly. I expect Thresh to have some prio, but into an Annie who has stun and quite a bit of damage, I did not expect this.
Yeah, I expected the Annie lane to actually be the one dominating bot side a bit more. The Set trying to get a bit of trading back. Looking at top lane items, though, this is very scary for the Set. We see the Tiamat already complete on Fiora. Yes, she doesn't have any potions on her, but she does have a bit of sustain as Fiora, of course. Versus just a longsword from Set.
Ooh, she just goes into the entire wave. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you focus bot lane, which, I mean, so far Maokai has mostly been focusing on clearing, but if you focus bot lane, for example, and top lane, gets solo killed here, you can't do both. And Fed Fiora, who is now engaging, ulting, and will be joined by...
She gets ulted back by the Set. I think she might go down here. She is doing well to keep herself out. Oh, we cut away, apparently. Oh, we're back. We see the Mastery pop a bit of BM. The Maokai does land W, but is that a mistake? Oh, the hell? She lives barely. Whew.
That one Anthem not doing enough damage. And another Mastery Flash. Yeah, the Maokai's not level 6 yet, so that is very unfortunate for the chase.
The Fiora, I think, wants to stick around here, pick up a couple more minions, and then reset. She will do that. It looks like they're not going to risk a dive or anything. But very nice escape there in the top lane. Things look okay.
She does still have TP, so she does not lose too much tempo here.
Yeah, the Set burn stubby there. The Amumu's actually top lane. I think they might try and go for the Set. Very nice hook here, forces the cleanse immediately. Very good there from the Bears. They do lose the cleanse, and Oriana is moving down as well as Maokai. Could this be a potential 4v2 dive?
No, it looks just going for Drake.
Yes, there is the ping on the dragon, so it looks like placeholder, CD, Amumu top, they just go for dragon. The Amumu will just doesn't manage to succeed in gang top lane, so nothing really traded even. This is just an overall win for placeholder unless something quite shocking happens here, maybe with a Varus skew, but it doesn't even look like they're moving to it.
Yeah, very nice. Just one health. One health on
the smite, but it's fine.
Yeah, they secure it. One Mountain Drake, pretty good. Yeah, especially when you have champions like champs like Thresh, Maokai, and Set. You really want to get that Mountain Drake.
Oh yeah. We see the Set. It has picked up a Vam Scepter, so it looks like a Blade Rune King build from him. The Demolish actually getting some work by the Thresh.
Demolish on Thresh? Is that a thing?
It can be, I guess. Well, usually your other options are, oh god, I forget the name right now. The rune that marks people and gives and heals them when they hit the person.
Oh, I never take that one.
Is it Font of Life? Or is that the? No, I think it's the Font of Life, and the bottom one is Rise. We see a Set ult coming down. The Fiora is very low. Dodges nicely. The Amumu ult coming in. The healing of the Fiora ult is enough. Maokai's coming in. Can he actually get a kill back though? That's the question. Q's there, but I think he's just gonna have to walk out here, not able to save his top laner.
Very sad there. Set had a few seconds on flash, I think, which he has now. If he was able to flash reposition with his W, that would have been a clean solo kill. But...
Oh, the Rift Herald going down. That's a very nice riposte. Blocks the Maokai Q, stuns him and gets the kill. Very nice. Very well played from the top laner of Team Mental Paper here. Helped by the Amumu a lot.
Yeah, I would say it was kind of on the Maokai there. They went in and queued right. I think Fiora was riposting before they even tried to queue. which you definitely need to be careful with.
Yeah,
The stun
Ripple's
lasts
very
forever. The stun
yeah.
lasts forever. Yeah, we just see this difference in items. One Vamp Scepter in top lane compared to a Tiamat and a Warhammer. I don't know what's called.
Caulfield's Warhammer.
Warhammer. Yeah, and a Vamp Scepter now as well. Yeah.
Ravenous Hydra almost completed for the Fiora. That is very scary to look at.
I wonder if Ataokum, I don't know how to say it, is going for the Blade of the Ruined King start again, because I haven't really seen it work out much.
Yeah, it's not worked. I spoke about this once, I think, when we casted another placeholder match. Blade of the Ruined King set is... It feels good in a 1v1 because of what stats the item gives, but I think overall it's a very poor item for a set because it doesn't offer him any real health, and you're just being so squishy. And if you fall behind, you're just not... You have no real stats to like try and stay alive, really, in fight. Because the Vamp Scepter lifesteal right now isn't a lot.
Yeah, I will say it's pretty interesting that the Amumu decided to build Aegis and then then Merc Treads. I assume to scout out for Maokai more.
Yeah,
easily.
I guess so. Very nice little W there, the riposte once again doing work for the Fiora. The W from Set goes down. Oh, is she? Oh, she's just going for a dive. Is that going to be a solo kill under a tower? It is.
The tries to flash away. Fiora Q, I think, has quite a bit of range with the dash attack.
She did flash after him. I think she would have picked him up regardless, but it was a bit slower.
Yeah, this top lane matchup will just snowball out of control now. It's 3-0. She's up 30 CS. Mid lane, we just see some minor trading. It's CSing. It's mid lane.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be 4 platings for the Fiora here as well. Is she going to go for all 5? I think it might be a bit too early.
Can you check the gold lead between the players?
Yes, I can quickly get up for you.
You press X.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, that is 2.5k gold already of a lead for Fiora. Look at that.
Also a 1k lead in the jungle. Pretty even in mid. Bot lane is ahead by about 500 gold. As we do see some vision here.
That's a very nice hook again from the Fresh. The Timbers though goes down. Misfortunal comes in. Varus is dead.
That was a nice little combo there. Orianna did her ult over the wall, and then there was the MF ult.
Yes.
Which does end up getting the AD carry, who had cleanse, but it might have been on cooldown when they got hooked. I didn't quite see.
We did also see a bit of the power of Varusani as it did chunk the Fresh out a bit under tower, but weren't able to finish him off. Nice little hook there, lads, but nothing really comes of it.
Drake is up in 5 seconds. It should not be another Mountain Drake.
No, I believe that is a Chemtech Drake. I'm looking on the menu app right now.
I can't see, but once again, placeholder is instantly moving for that.
Yep, there it is, the Chemtech Drake. Shows up. Yeah, placeholder immediately on it.
We do also see top lane tower is just gone.
Yeah, I think it's about to go down in a second or two. There we go.
Yep.
I was about to say, funny enough, despite the solo, well, I say solo, despite the 2v2 kill in the bot lane, TMP's bot lane has done fairly well in holding up in CS. They are actually slightly ahead, but obviously the gold is ahead for placeholder. Very nice combo there. You see the Misfortune, he makes the Varus incredibly slow and just ends up being a free hook. He is forced to use the cleanse, so that's, if they do that again, he is in massive trouble. Gonna have to play really scared now. That's a free man mid. Can they catch the Orianna? Oh, that's a nice flash for flash though. Orianna forced to use hers. The Syndra stun not being able to go on her, and looks like TMP are gonna try and see if they can move the Fiora around a bit. Maybe get her to spare advantage around a bit. You see that she has Sheen now as well on top of the Ravenous Hydra. Oh. So that might be a Divine Center or that might be a Triforce.
We do also see the set very afraid, buying a Ninja Tabby, Power Spike. Should make him unkillable, although I don't think, I think we're past that point.
I think Fiora is well past that point. The concern here as well is I'm not sure what rune setup he's running, but he might lack some tenacity with the steel caps. We see the Herald's given over to Fiora actually, so it looks like she might try and use it to break down the second tower in top lane as well.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of gold into her pocket.
There's also Moby boots on Thresh, which you can run it, of course.
Yeah, it's very good on him, of course, moving around, getting some nice pickups here and there.
Walking over, just hooking, which is what he just tried to do. It didn't really work, but yeah. They're off the wave now, and they're missing minions. It's still pretty even in CS, though.
Yeah, interestingly, we actually see a 3k gold lead almost for TMP. I think most of that we looked over earlier is the Fiora in the top lane.
Mostly Fiora, a little bit of Mumu, but besides that, I think mid lane is even and bot lane is slightly down on gold. So
yeah, and the Seti misses. They are gonna go for this. It is a 1v2, but can they even win it? Both set. Oh, the Set Maokai ult somewhat overlay each other. The Fiora. The Ignite did go down, but it's just not enough. The Maokai's still trying to look for a chase, but I think he's gonna have to give that one up.
I think there was quite a bit of miscommunication there. Set was obviously looking to ult Fiora back into the tower, but then Maokai ulted away from the tower. That was quite unfortunate. If they had locked her down, because her riposte was used very early, I think that would have been an easy kill. But instead, she gets out.
Yeah, that is pretty big. We saw the power there of Fiora. So that's a Mumu ult. Very nice escape from Misfortune. However, that is flash and cleanse down, and they will be down for Dragon. The Mumu ult, I think, will be up just past it.
-1.
Stop -1ing people for missing cannon.
Yeah. I will say, it was very unfortunate once again. The set's flash was on like 5 seconds cooldown, I think, as he went for the W, which missed quite hard. If he has been able to W flash to reposition, they would have again killed Fiora. But alas.
Very fine margins here. So there's about a minute until Cloud Dragon. Do you think that TMP can test this, or do you think they give it? And the other way around, do you think PhD might just give it to try and earn some map pressure?
I think it's a Cloud Drake, so it's obviously not a game-winning soul, but I do think they'll start contesting Drakes now. I mean, waiting all the way to Soul Point is a little far, especially when you have a slight lead. Although I will say they are not ahead if going for Drake if Fiora's not there. So yeah.
I believe we saw this in another game we casted. It's the top player was very far ahead, but he just wasn't there for the team fights early on, which meant there was no lead. Speaking of Fiora, she drops the Rev Herald. Does she just kill the Maokai here? Oh no! The Maokai almost no health there. She is still fighting though. About 8 seconds till Dragon.
The Ignite?
I believe Ignite gets her. Yes, it does.
But Thresh
sadly, the kill goes to Fresh, but at least she is shut down. Immediately, a response from TMP comes out. They will take the Dragon and stop the soul stacking. But we saw 3 people top lane for Fiora, and even then, very close fight, honestly, overall.
Yeah, I will say, very unfortunate combo there from Maokai and Set again. They both used their CC at the same time, which both got reposted. As we do see a flash away from the Varus ult, which definitely would have been a kill on Orianna.
Yeah, if you get hit by Varus ult with Annie there, it's just you're dead. There's no real fixing it, especially on cleanse.
I think it would definitely been worth it if anyone that wasn't Set, if anyone that wasn't Thresh got that. As we do see Annie
nice kill. Annie just gets the leader. I think the Amumu is just dead here. Nice ultimate here, disengage, and the flash away from the hook. So overall, just over there. Oh, that's a TP coming from the Fiora. But can they actually force anything here? I don't think they can. I think that was
There's no objective. They can just leave, and Set is getting top tower in the meantime. I don't know if it'll pan to it eventually. I don't know what the teleport was for. There was no objective. There was no reason to fight, really. And there wasn't even, like, an engage yet.
Yeah, maybe some miscommunication there from TMP.
Yeah, it is. Or, is top tower already down?
Yes, Seth just took it while
Yeah.
they were disengaging.
That is some nice gold for him. As we can see, the gold lead now only 900 or 1k about.
Yeah, if you look at
So
the
one Drake,
individual leads.
but yeah. Obviously, a lot of the gold is now on Thresh. That's not great. But we do still see a pretty big lead on AD carries, mid lane even, and then yeah, jungle and top are quite far away. There's 3k still.
Honestly, I'm quite surprised how even mid lane is with the fact that Orianna's up 2 kills.
Yeah. What I find really interesting is that despite having 2 kills, the Syndra has a 250 gold bounty just from CSing.
It must be an insane CS, sir.
Well, it is 10 CS per minute currently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good. As they both went through Ludens.
Yeah, we also noticed lane assignments have switched slightly. The Fiora is now bot side and the Orianna's dealing with her. Speaking of dealing with the Fiora, the Maokai's here again. The Orianna ult hits nicely. She is just CC chain there. She turns it. Can she get the kill? No, she can't. That is a kill on the Maokai. That is a kill for the Maokai on Fiora. But we see Baron being taken. TP coming in. The hook hits nicely. The Baron's out. Flash tippers. I feel like there's some miscommunication there from TMP again. Annie will go down, but the rest of the team gets out. That will be 3 Barons, Amumu, Syndra, and Varus. Luckily for her placeholder, no Baron on the Fiora. That does diminish her spell pushing power a bit, but she is still a threat. Can they try and get something out off this? Can they maybe get mid tower before TMP reset?
Yeah, I think Fiora realized there that she probably wasn't getting out, so she just decided to go back in. She almost got the kill again. So yeah, this Maokai is really just shadowing the Fiora constantly, trying to make sure he is where she is.
We do see the mid turret going down. Very nice answer from placeholder.
You can really tell they're not amused by the CC combos, as both top and jungle went Merc trans.
Oh yeah, very much so.
It's really sad that wasn't a shutdown, because the shutdown went to Thresh earlier.
That could have been quite a bit of gold. The hook on the Syndra doesn't really do anything. Looks like TMP should be able to pick up this tower. No, they won't. That's a flash hook. Very nicely hit. Syndra flashes away. Versal does hit the Orianna, but there's no follow-up. Amumu going in now. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, but the Orianna stays alive, barely.
Yeah, the Lantern saved her life there.
She clicked the Lantern.
Yeah, someone clicked the Lantern.
Amumu going in. Amumu all down on the Maokai. He's got no health. Misfortunal comes out just to try and disengage things, but doesn't really do much. Tower still goes down.
Yeah, Mephilt missed. That's really unfortunate, but she might have been looking to clean out the wave.
Maybe. We see Fiora once again just scary as hell up top. The set did flash, already flashed. Orianna's up here and the Fiora decides not to risk a dive. Good patience being shown there.
This Baron buff now propelling their lead to 4,000, and yeah, I think this is the turning point. I think this is where TMP will start coming back, and well, not coming back, they were always ahead, but start snowballing and just really starts looking to dominate the map everywhere.
Yeah, looking at the items right now as well, we see that quite a few big breakpoints have been reached. Varus now has his Ginsos as well as Shield Bow. Annie has, I believe that's Feralia's. So that's, as you're going to be looking for engages mostly. But on the other side, Kraken and Lord Doms out for the misfortune. That's going to be quite a bit of damage.
And it is like we predicted, the set did go for the Blade of Rune King, which I personally don't understand.
Oh, that's a very nice catch on the Annie. I think she might just go down here. Drops Timbers, but Shirelius doesn't do a lot of damage. It can be a really nice engage, but it won't do damage. The TP top lane from Fiora, they're just giving this dragon, it seems.
No, it is just a Cloud Drake.
It is only Soul Point. It isn't Soul.
Yeah.
I think right now the Fiora's looking if she can maybe get the top tower before we can stop her. Orianna recalling here.
I don't think Orianna can stop her. She can try taking out the wave a little, but will Amumu go for the steal? No,
a bit late there. Late. Yeah, placeholder start back off. The Fiora gets the top inhibitor tower. The base 4 placeholder is now broken.
Yeah, if they get the next Baron, they just have to walk top.
Yeah, we're seeing now that we already talked about earlier a lot. This Fiora is just very scary.
No, you can even see a 60 CS lead at top as well. It's quite large.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens in game 2, because the set pick here didn't really work out, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, it got countered.
Yeah,
I think they saw the other games and realized that they picked set. They still waited for the counter pick, but they picked it fourth and then slammed Fiora. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens in game 2 if they decide to stick with it or continue banning counters.
Yeah, we'll see. Looking at the Syndra's about to finish her serves. That'll be a nice little spike for her. She's going to Zhonya's next. While if we look over to Orianna, I believe that Hexaculture is likely going to be a Shadow Flame, but can't come up. The Orianna ult barely misses the Varus. Does chunk the Annie out, forces her heal out. She is alive though, and it's just a bit of poke. Luckily, Orianna ult not a huge cooldown, so I think it will be back in time for Baron easily.
Yeah, Orianna ult. I think she's level 14 already. Yeah, that should be less than a minute cooldown by now.
We also see Fiora takes down bot tower. A lot more gold being put into her pocket.
Yeah, so if you're placeholder now, how do you approach the next Baron? Because if Fiora keeps split pushing, you might lose your entire base. But you can't really fight a 4v5 or a 4v4 if she decides to teleport in, which is still on cooldown for a minute and a half, I think. But when she has that teleport, that'll become a big issue as your sets went ignite.
Yeah.
So he can be there.
The biggest concern I think right now, though, is that if you do move into Baron, well, as I was saying, that Vamu is going in. Is going to get the fresh? No, Fresh barely misses. I was going to say, if you move into Baron, a Varus or an Amumu ult, it comes down, followed by an Annie. There's not a lot of chance you're disengaging that. Speaking of disengaging, though. There's a fight. Oh, the Orianna ult does hit. Very nice to repose. Blocks the set W. The Ignite stopping her healing. She is alive for a long time. Finally goes down.
They get Fiora, and blue team has not started Baron yet, which they will start now. Orianna can teleport in. Her ult is recharging really fast, but she can teleport in as well, but I don't know if she will. Hopefully not into the Baron.
This looks like it might be a flip.
No, they're backing off.
Baron is still aggro. The Syndra stun misses there. Varus ult comes down. Oh, that is a big Amumu ult. Stops the bullet time. But no one from placeholder's gone down yet. There's low health bars, but no deaths.
Ooh,
very
nice
look for the fresh. Oh, she picks up the Maokai. I think that might stop Baron along with the low health bars.
I'd say that's very worth it. They get 2 kills, get them off Baron. They even get the shutdown that was on Syndra from farming. For only their jungler, I'd say that's worth it. And their jungler is going full AP, I just noticed that. The Monarch Embrace and Liandry's, they really don't have a tank now. They have Thresh, who lacks income, really. They have a top laner who went Blade Rune King first.
I hadn't even actually noticed this. If you're a TP top lane, she's just gonna get this inhibitor.
Teleport for a single in it? There's not really I mean, Drake's up in 1 minute, but... Yeah, this will create some pressure in top lane now.
Yeah. Oh, the fresh is still really low. Oh, no. Very huge hook. Oh, Fiora, very nice repulse. She's still alive. Ult comes out. She's dead. That's a big misplay. Can placeholder turn to anything else? No, they can't. Okay, they disengage.
Interesting cleanse there from the Varus. I think that might have been a panic. He was not CC'd.
Yeah, possibly.
Sometimes you forget you have cleanse. You go heal. You think you have heal.
Oh, yeah.
That means Fiora is down for the spawn of Dragon, so...
Yeah, no TP either to quickly join the fight. Big misplay there. I think the Fiora thought they could pick up the Fresh, who was very low, but in the end it just wasn't enough.
I will say, nice engage there from Set. You got her really low and then decided to ult into the entire backline. So yeah, I think placeholder are setting up nicely for this Drake. This should be Soul.
Yeah, it looks like
They're going for Baron.
TMP are just committing to the Baron now. We see the Syndra TP. I think placeholder knows about this. Can they rush this
try to interrupt.
I don't think they do this quickly enough. That's the thing I'm wondering.
Baron for Soul trade is very interesting. You're creating a very small lead. Yeah. if they can get here on time, they can just shut them
We see
off.
the tippers go down. Amumu's in. That's a nice free man, but there's no real follow-up. Verisov comes out, bullet time. The cross, I think it was just Fiora, really. Fiora's down, though. That's all of the gold lead gone. Now, can't placeholder disengage. Yamumu's still there. He takes down the Misfortune. We see the Fiora ult does come down. I think this might be a wipe. It will be.
Ooh, game's over. Game's over. There's a Superman wave top lane hitting towers. This is over. The Varus gets his first 3 kills in this fight, and they just win.
Yeah, that was just out of nowhere, kind of. Looks like, yeah, this should be game. I don't think there's any chance to placeholder respawn time. There's 10 seconds on Maokai, but I just don't see the fence. That will be game 1 for TMP. I would say it was pretty close actually for most of the game, but in the end it just kind of exploded, and we will be heading to the next game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. If I was a Maokai there, I think it would have just ulted. Just to root them all while you walk in. But,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. This game is one pivotal fight and it's over. They did get Soul, but it is just Cloud Soul.
It doesn't matter if it really doesn't matter if you get Soul at the end of the day if you just lose the game right afterwards.
Don't you just love a Mumu who gets to Q in, ult, and then Q again, and then maybe even Q later again during the same fight?
Oh yeah, people really love the fact that they gave Amumu a second Q.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So, overall, what would you say, who is the, I guess, MVP and who's the ace for placeholder that game?
I would say...
I think the MVP is fairly easy to decide there.
Well, the MVP would probably be the Fiora. She basically won her lane on her own, absorbed a ton of pressure. I will say the mid laners, it's hard to give them something because they were both just kind of farming a bunch. But maybe I would give the Orianna the ace. No, actually, no, sorry. I would give the Thresh the ace. I think he played pretty well. With maybe a shout out to the Maokai who tried everything to get that Fiora down.
Yeah, he tried a lot, but it sadly wasn't enough. I do want to give a shout out to the Amumu as well. Some really huge ults in team fights. Nice job in the final fight, basically completely nullifying the Misfortune. Yeah.
I think a lot of it went well, but some things, like the Annie support pick might be something to reconsider. It can be very strong, but of course, you also have to be, a little bit practiced on it, stuff like that.
Yeah, perhaps it could be lacking practice. Annie support hasn't been meta in quite some time.
Yeah, I remember seeing clips of I think Hylissang playing it in like season 5. So.
Oh yeah, it was. It's been a while.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they ban if they decide to take any bans out from this game, for example, like take out the Fiora or take out the Maokai, Amumu, something like that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. What would you look towards? Do you think that maybe they try and sack top lane in a way?
I think they might look to focus. I think, honestly, what I think they should do, placeholder, is have their top laner play something like Ornn. Something that's relatively safe, but also can be pretty strong. Of course, ban probably Gwen and Fiora again into that. But it's very useful in team fights later as well. So maybe something like Ornn or Malphite or just more of a tank, and then just commit to the bot lane. Maybe mid, even.
Yeah, they could try and fully play through bot lane, like you said. The bot lane was winning on their own. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick break for 1 or 2 minutes, just to let everyone set up and get the lobby and everything ready. So we will be back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after an exciting game one.
Yep.
So, Team Mental Paper took the lead 1-0 over Placeholder. Give you everyone a slight update. Placeholder have selected blue side now.
Yeah.
So,
it's gonna be
do you
interesting.
think? What do you think this changes, Lipsy?
I mean, okay, we're not watching LEC or Worlds or anything, so it's not like Red Team has to ban certain things out of fear. But the first pick, like the last pick on the red side, will be pretty important now. Which I don't think Placeholder utilized it very efficiently by picking Oriana last. I think you can pick Oriana like third or whatever, as long as, of course, they don't pick like an assassin. Should be fine. So
Yeah,
yeah,
did get some nice ults off, but I feel it was a bit too little, too late, so to speak.
yeah. Especially when top lane gets just completely countered by the Fiora pick, for example.
Yeah, it's that Fiora caused a couple of problems. To be fair.
Definitely. I'm thinking it'll be banned this game, but that might leave other potential counters open. I don't really know what the top laner of TMP plays. I've watched a lot of games, but that doesn't stick, of course.
Yeah, looking at it right now, something does need to be done there. On the other hand, I think the bot lane performed really well, so I think that should be where Placeholder try and focus on. I guess try and win through there, maybe try, especially because bot lane does get more Dragon Prio, and maybe if they have a different soul than Cloud Drake, things end up looking a bit different. But it was just one fight in the end that just kind of ended the game. When you
Yeah.
look at the grand scheme of things, I apologize.
Yeah, like I said earlier, right after the game ended, if I was Maokai there, he kept ult all the way until the fight. Uh, I think you could just try to ult them so they're all stuck at the Baron, and see how you want to approach it from there. He kept it until Mumu engaged, and by then it was kind of too late.
Yeah,
Yora dived the back line, killed one or two people, I think, and that was just Varus free hitting the rest of the team. Which, by the way, on hit Varus, very fun to play, and I think really underrated. I like it more than Poke Varus.
I guess the Folly Bears might just feel better for some people. Something that I do have to also bring up: full AP Maokai
Yeah,
did not work out that great. I feel like again, it's one of those things. The end we don't know if it would have made a huge difference.
I didn't see many saplings do much damage either. So the spectator might have just missed it, but yeah.
Yeah,
And we do get a reason here for why team placeholders not going in order. Apparently, they don't have every champion yet, so they're probably prioritizing people who have every champ to be at the top of the list.
that is a interesting reason, I guess, in a way.
As we might head into game soon.
Yeah, we're we're getting some chatting in the game right now. So
Seems a placeholder are still talking strategy, which is allowed.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
like football. It's not like football. They don't have 10 minutes and that's it.
I mean, there's no rule against. There's no rule saying you've got this much amount of time between games, but we'll probably be starting soon. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen.
If you go tournament draft, do you not get every champion? I thought you did.
Yeah, we checked this out. It looks like you only get it in Clash and such. If you do a custom game, you sadly do not get every champion, which was part of the issue.
That is annoying. I only just recently unlocked every champion, and I've been playing this game for a few years now. So
I've been playing this game way too long to not have every champion unlocked. I'm not gonna lie to everyone.
I mean, yeah. In my defense, when I stopped playing, and between when I stopped playing the first time and now, I think there's been legit 20 champ releases or something. So those all come up extra, you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was about to get every champion and Cassante released, so very
Well, I
nice.
mean, maybe maybe Riot did say they were slowing down on champion release in 2024, so people can start collecting champions now for the Sunday Cup.
And now I get a bunch of blue essence that I don't want. Because
You
there's
can
nothing.
join the rest of us sitting here on like thousands of blue essences.
Maybe buy some chromas at some point. You know.
Yeah, who knows? There's always something to take.
I already have the best chroma in the game. The Vigar battle boss chroma.
Isn't that like one of the only chromas you own?
That one and the Braum one that a bunch of people got randomly during Worlds, I think.
Ah, I think I have that one. But I don't
No.
have the skin to use it, so.
I think I have the chroma and the skin somehow, as we are finally heading into draft now.
Yep. And we see TMP 1-0 up in the best of 3 series. Let's see what PhD open with here drafting wise. Jack's ban immediately. So it looks like they are still looking at set. That could be a mistake.
If he goes Vex ban, very unfortunate. And the instant Gwen ban, they really are prioritizing this top lane. Because there's two routes you can take. You either completely sack top, have him just play Malphite, we'll win, or you actually hard focus him, which seems to be the case. As once again a Samira ban, I still think that's for mid lane.
Yeah, that's very possible. Or they could just be limiting it as a flex. I'm not sure if the placeholder ADC plays a lot of Samira.
Yeah, and I don't really think mid Samira is all that either.
Kane taken off the field again.
No, it's kind of the same bans as last time, I think.
I believe it's the exact same ones actually so far.
I feel
Meister
like
Fluffy isn't going to be happy with another Vex ban, though. I'm very sure she's been wanting to play Vex this entire tournament and just not had the chance to do so. A Mumu ban! Interesting. Looks like TMP think placeholder might first pick a Mumu and don't want to let it through. Mumu is a very strong team fighter.
Caitlyn, very strong AD carry right now. Makes sense to first pick it.
Yeah, we did mention the bot lane of placeholder did very well in the last game, so getting Caitlyn first pick makes sense. Trying it more prio in bot lane, maybe release some pressure from top and just play through there. Let's see what the answer is from TMP here. Sivir! Ooh!
These are the two
interesting.
champions that were banned last game.
Yeah. Interesting
Karma.
Sivir pick. Karma coming out.
Karma Sivir.
It's a very strong combo. However, there is the issue of Sivir's range in lane versus Caitlyn.
Yeah. I wonder what they're going to pick with Caitlyn against Karma. As I'm going to assume it's Karma support. It could be mid, it could be top. But, after that last game, I doubt it'll be top lane.
Yeah. It could be one of the like standard picks, Lux, Morgana, something like that. Standard kind of enchanter catch.
I don't think
support.
Morgana's great into Karma though.
No, she doesn't have a pretty time there. Nami coming out. Okay, yeah, that's I'd say that's a pretty good pick. Nami offers a lot of damage, healing, a very strong laner.
It's going to be interesting to see what their last picks here are going to be. Are they going to blind top after last game, or are they just going to go for a safe jungle or mid pick? I'll go for something safe
with
mid.
The bans, they might just pick Set again. I think you might as well pick Set here. However, it looks like they're leaning towards a Vi. Very interesting.
I would have picked Seraphine.
Yeah, we've got Piltover's finest on the case here, ladies and gentlemen, for placeholder. Elise is the answer from TMP. Another strong early game jungler. Trying to answer the Vi, maybe try and get some prio in side lanes.
Sadly, not an Arcane champion, so they are currently missing. It's 2-0 Arcane champs.
Yeah, Arcane diff, baby.
As we see, Anivia removed once again. I don't know what else Meister Fluffy plays, but it's not gonna be Samirov X or Nivea.
Jace pick
Chase,
taken out.
another top lane ban. That's 3 top lane bans now.
Interesting that Fiora's still on the field. Do you think that would be the last ban?
I think they're trying to save it for last. But if they leave it through, they've got they've got to have something planned. As we see an Orion, another mid lane ban. I think that's
Yeah.
three, four, maybe mid lane bans now. Will we see it countered by 4 top lane bans?
It might be. I'm really wondering. Victor is the last ban, so there's some mid lane bans. So it's only 3 mid lane bans versus the. Sorry, it's only 3 top lane bans versus the 4 mid lane bans.
Yeah, this does mean Fiora is up. They did not ban it after last game.
So will
Maybe
TMP blind pick top or mid? This is the question right now.
this is something I've heard pro players talk about. It's like they lose a matchup and then they're like, I'm not saying this is the case. Obviously, it's like, they're just like, just pick it again, bro. This guy can't play it. This guy can't play it.
There's the Ari pick.
Very safe mid laner.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
safe blind pick.
So they'll probably just pick another mage, and top lane will be interesting. I mean, currently they Annie
Oh,
mid.
that's an
Annie
Annie, and I think that might be an Annie mid, unless we see something like Nami mid.
mid. Come on.
No way, that's sure that has to be an Annie mid, but she was buffed
Yeah.
more for support than mid, I guess. But
No.
you never
I
know.
mean, it's still Annie. She's pretty easy, and she does a truckload of damage.
Oh yeah, she will just absolutely annihilate anyone she gets going. There's
Goes
a
for
set pick.
set again. They can just counter with Fiora again.
Yeah, gonna be interesting, especially with Ari and the Elise. The Ari likes to roam, and Elise does like to go to side lanes as well. Maybe get some dives. So that could be very scary. There's the Renekton. We did see the Renekton hover last game, and
It is
it
picked
is
this
locked in.
time. Yeah, no, this might, and I'm not like assuming anything, but this might just be a little bit of a, I already destroyed him on Fiora. Let's see if I can do it on Renekton type pick. I wonder how
Renekton
it's gonna
does
work
have a
out.
shield break.
Yeah, he does. Blitzcrank also has it. That's why I like playing Blitzcrank in this set.
And how many times does it work out?
It has worked out. It's very funny because when Seth does his W, and he's like, I get a huge shield, fuck you. Then you just instantly break it. He's on 50 health. It's very entertaining. Shit, I said a bad word. Oh, fuck.
You were just adding on to your fines, man. You need to be more careful.
The top laner did write just in chat that this one is for Josuke Higashigata, which is the main character of Diamond is Unbreakable, I think. Although the profile picture is from part 7 or 8, I think. He's the one that's always hyping up Set in all these games.
No, I'm not surprised that JoJo fans going to be hyping Set. Do you think he plays with Japanese voices as well for Set?
He should. He should.
There's a
It's
feature I think Riot have said they're adding in the near future.
Yeah,
where you can change your voice language. But we are going to be now on the spectator delay, of course. Looking at the picks and bans, same thing as last time. What is your prediction?
I think if TMP can properly snowball with the early like champs like Elise and Renekton, and then also they have some pretty good scaling still. I think TMP might win, but I think Placeholder have a pretty like easier team to execute with things like Annie and Nami and Caitlyn and Vi.
Yeah.
I will say Vi has single person lockdown, but who will she try to lock down? Sivir has a spell shield. Ori can ult 3 times all the way to the other side of the map. I don't think you want to ult Karma or Elise.
Well, Elise can repel it as well.
Yeah, so the Vi pick feels a bit like it's popular in pro play. We'll play it. It's strong right now, but who are you looking to lock down?
Yeah.
They can't catch people out with it, of course. I saw TSM play a comp with Vi, for example, where they went Vi, Rakan, Cho'Gath, Talia. So the moment that Vi ults someone, they're dead. It could work.
I mean, also as another thing in mid lane, Annie has a point and click stun with her Q. If, for example, she just drops ult or Q onto Ori, followed by a Vi coming in, I don't think Ori's slipperiness does much there, because you're just dead.
Yeah. Also, a combo I guess that is also possible is Vi ult and then straight into a Caitlyn trap. That's into potentially a Nami bubble, for example. That would definitely burst someone as placeholder. Sorry, TMP don't really have a tank. They have a Renekton, but if he decides to go full damage to match a set, then they will have a very squishy team. Hard to catch team though with Karma and Ari and Siveralt.
Yeah, this team also loves going into you. Like, Sever mixed with very likely a Shurelius Karma AoE shield. Gonna be very scary and very impossible to run away from, even with Nami ult.
Yeah.
And the
If
Smite
Renekton
Relay
go,
isn't here, so we are going to be heading to load screen very soon. Hopefully we don't have to restart the game again this time.
I can see a situation where Renekton goes in, and with things like Nami ult or Vi ult, they can just burst him down if he doesn't get very tanky. So that might just turn a fight, potentially.
I am going to be quite curious about the Renekton build.
It's a karma. Look for
Yeah, that is very
lane,
heavily focused on lane domination.
Yeah, same with Annie. She has Ignite and Electrocute.
Oh, yeah.
Into a teleport Ari. So if that does not work out, then the Ari will have a pretty big tempo advantage.
Well, good news, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we are able to actually get in game this time right off the bat.
Oh, Set actually went teleport this time. Very good to see, in my opinion. Although into Renekton, they both went teleport, which is pretty interesting. Because if either one of them went Ignite, they might have just been able to cheese and win the lane early. But they both went for teleport this time, trying to play more around their teams, as we see a potential invade here.
Yeah.
I don't think Ari can see this. Nope,
she does see it. The flash is instantly burned. Oh, that's a flash Q from the Annie, but I don't think it leads much. Very nice Q. Oh, that's a... Oh, the Caitlyn Q tags her little tail there. Gets the first one on the Caitlyn. That is massive for this boss.
That is, yeah, that's very huge. I think she can back and just get a longsword now.
Longsword and extra potion.
Flash Ignite, but traded for one flash. Yeah, when you're playing mid lane and you're covering that bush, I always try to make sure that I'm as far to the river as possible, so you can actually see that part of the wall. If you're not, then you just instantly can get... I can't say the word.
Caught like that.
Yeah, you instantly get caught.
Both junglers are starting bot side as well, so we do... well, I would like to imagine their bug is gonna hit top side off of that.
Yeah. As well, here's the thing. We see 3 assists and a kill, so that will be a slight XP lead here. Some players might get a 1 level earlier. Sorry, 1 minion earlier level up, which would be pretty nice. Did I see that right, or did Set start Q? Yeah, he did start Q.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I guess starting Q might not be the worst. You can get he's gotten a couple of nice punches, but we see the Renekton healing coming through here, and largely just getting rid of all damage. There's the Karma Q. Very nice little hit on her.
These Annie stuns are just constant.
Yeah, you see there, just half health the Ori instantly. Annie is...
That was a lot of damage on Karma there.
Yeah. Be afraid of the small child here in mid lane.
And she can just generate mana with her Q, which is very fun.
Oh yeah, having an ability that restores its mana and a part of its cooldown when you kill something is quite nice for mid lane. As we do see the Karma did half the back already.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad trade. They both have both ADCs and supports with the cookies. As we see in that very nice trade, but trade back to the W. Misses cannon, sadly.
Yeah, him hitting the center there was huge, as it was what really equalized the trade.
Oh, this time the top laners actually swapped their starting items. Nice phase breaker with a stun, but just straight it back. I don't. Yeah, he has W now. Yeah.
Again, we're seeing the other Renekton sustain. Whenever Set just trades on him, it doesn't really. It doesn't do much overall because he just Qs and heals back up. We are seeing both junglers top lane right now. Will this lead to anything? No, it doesn't. Look
It's
like
parked right at the red tower.
Yeah, this is a very awkward wave situation for the Set right now, especially because he knows Elise is topside. It can be very scary. As that's a.
And Karma disconnect.
Oh, he is back, so it looks like we won't be heading to a pause. Can the Ahri escape? We see the bot lane of Placeholder moving there as well. ViQ, barely misses.
But she's wasting a lot of their time currently.
Oh yeah, it's taking a while. While this chase is going on, the Set doesn't have a lot of health left. He uses Flash. Can he get out a cocoon hit? I think that's just a kill. It is.
They stopped chasing her. Oh, Vi's here. Will she get the execute? She will. Yeah. Wow, that's really
big,
well.
Actually.
Yeah, she does miss out on some CS mid now, but she does have the teleport. And Annie has Ignite, so again, teleport, get the tempo. You don't really miss too much from dying.
Oh yeah, and of course, this also wasted quite a bit of time for Placeholder.
Yeah, but in the end, Annie actually did not get a lot of CS there. She got 3 CS in between the death and the teleport back. So not much of a lead there. Already now on 2 deaths though.
Something else that's quite interesting, if you look at that's a very nice bubble, and a lot of damage on the Sever. I was about to say, the bot lane for Placeholder is pushing heavily, but there's not a big CS advantage. There is a big health advantage.
Yeah, if you look at their items, for example, just note, Caitlyn has 2 cookies and 2 potions, while Sivir has nothing left.
Yeah, and she's already very low.
Really a war of attrition in bot lane currently.
Also, something interesting I just noticed. The Sivir is actually running Barrier with the Karma running Heal.
Barrier. Interesting, I guess to block like an ult shot maybe?
Yeah, Barrier is technically, I believe, stronger than Heal when it's it is of course only single target, but
yeah. And like I said earlier, the Tabby power spike, we see Renekton rushing it instantly. It will be very hard for Set to fight him now, as he also started Doran's shield and another gang.
This is not looking great for Ahri.
It's not enough damage, but the Vice coming in. Will she again run around? Yeah, she will. She's not level 6 yet, so she can't ult.
I think this might just be another execute though. Does the Vi have? I don't think Vi has flash or smite or anything. Yeah, I think this is. Oh no, it will be Meister Fluffy picking it up. So this time it wasn't completely wasted.
Yeah,
but this Ahri is not having a fun time right about now.
And Ahri has no teleport now, so even though she can't get back to lane instantly, the Annie backed as well, so both players will be at their mid wave at about the same time. The gold is actually completely even now.
Yeah, very interesting. We did see there though, despite Ahri being incredibly slippery, if Annie just stuns her, there's not much you can do about it.
You can really see. You can really see the wave being parked at the red tower not being very good, as Set is down like 18 CS. That's about a kill in gold.
Yeah. We see Elise is looking for mid lane. Now here's the thing, Annie catches very well, however she doesn't have a lot of safety herself. Nice flash, the cocoon does still hit, but it doesn't really lead to anything.
I don't think that flash was necessary, she just powered herself up with the speed boost. And I don't think she would have been caught by it, but the flash for safety, I guess.
Yeah, better safe than sorry at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Once again though, we see Set's not having a great time top lane being pushed back by the Renekton. As you said earlier, played at Steel Cap's power spike, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean the Set has no damage currently. He only has a Doran shield, which I was kind of making a point of earlier. They swapped items. Last game, Set started Doran's blade, while Fiora went Doran's shield, and now they swapped the starting items.
Yeah, interesting. Looking at the situation right now, neither team's really looked at the dragon yet. Both seem to be wanting to.
I think Vi's going for it now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Just as I say it, I guess.
Elise is top side, so this should be fine. And Renekton's
Renekton's
ganking
down,
mid.
you know?
Renekton's
Yeah,
ganking mid.
Renekton's showing up.
Yeah, with the bot prio that they've had all game long so far, we're already 8 minutes in. They can just look to go for Drake.
Yeah, it doesn't look like TMP are going to be able to contest it. That's... Oh, that Q hit was... That would have been very close to killing Karma. Annual comes out, misses.
That's quite unfortunate, otherwise that would have been a lot of damage. She doesn't have Ignite, so I don't know if it would have been a kill. Probably not, but it could have at least forced a flash from the Ahri. Just moving down. There's a lot of wards here. I just noticed there's 2 pink wards bot lane, so AD carry and support both warding. That's a rare sight.
Yeah, with how far they're pushing, they kind of need to. And oh my god, that's
a nice poke.
Yeah, this is the power of Caitlyn into Sivir. That you've just got such a massive range advantage. There's not really anything Sivir can do about it.
Yeah, you see, Ahri kind of stuck on their tower now. So is bot lane, but they've basically been for the entire game.
Interestingly, Sivir is up in CS. However, I believe because of the kill and some plating, she'll actually be overall down a bit of gold. If we
we did see this last game as well. Ooh, runs into the charm, but the
Q
nice
charm. Oh, I think the Annie
nice.
just kills Ahri here. Yeah, the Q comes out. Very nice solo kill there from Meister Fluffy. This Annie's starting to become a real problem, I feel.
The Ahri currently is 0-4. That's not an ideal start, but in the end,
really not.
At the end of the day, you don't really play Ahri to dominate lane. You play it to facilitate your team get catches and stuff. That's how I play it, at least. When you play with stealth, that's all you do, really. So.
If we do take a look at the gold lead, we see an 800 gold lead in mid for Diani. While on the top lane, actually a 1k lead for the Renekton. Vi is up here. Can they try and get him? No, the Q barely misses, and it looks like there won't be much coming out of it. In the bot lane, actually, only a 300-ish gold lead. We see the 7-year-old goes down. This is a nice trading. Not a lot of health on the Karma. She flashes away. 7 is ignited. Very low, but survives. The Elise is here. Can she maybe
Elisa's coming in. Could be cleanup. Could be cleanup here. If she goes back, Repel.
Repels forward nicely.
Stun?
Cocoon hits. That is an electrocute. Picks up the kill on Ninami. The Vi once again going for top lane Renekton. Renekton is able to just back away. Very well played from the bot lane of TMP there. Ahri's in the top lane. Oh, Vi, no health. Yield picks her up.
Yeah, this is the strength of Ahri, of course. With the roams, with the ult, she can wave clip pretty well. And she will pick up a kill, gets herself back into the game. She is only 300 gold down on Annie.
Well, that's a flash for Renekton. I think he just goes for a kill. Does he go for a kill here? No, it doesn't look like it. The shield is down from the set. Annie is up here, though. Oh, it doesn't look like anything will happen there. We see some plating going down in the bot lane. Goes to Karma and Elise.
It is pretty interesting that with all their plates and everything, even though they were 3-1, they were even in gold still. So there was something happening. I think it was CS diff, but now the gold lead has jumped to 1,600.
Yeah, apologies there, I disconnected for a second microphone. Rev Herald being popped top lane here. Obviously won't get the tower, but should get Renekton these 2 plates. Which would be a nice little boop. Gets him a nice bit of gold there, I guess. Doesn't really get much though, I feel like it's a very wasted Herald. But the thing I was going to point out is bot lane is actually very much even in gold now when you look at the ADCs. As we see Annie.
Ooh, under tower. That'll be another tower shot, but not enough.
Flash Q, it will be enough.
Yeah, that is very nice, very nice, very nice. Annie is just doing so much damage now. And she just has the point-and-click stun, which is a very fun mechanic.
Yeah. Oh, the Nami. Oh, the bubble barely missed as the ult goes out. Is this going to be a kill for the bot lane of TMP? It will. Can the Caitlyn get out of here? I don't think she can. The barrier comes out as well as the Karma shield. Very nicely played for the Caitlyn. Picks the kill back up, but the Karma W is able to get her. We see in the top lane as well, the set, no health, goes down. Vice here in the bot lane. Can she get the Karma? No, she won't. Does not use the ultimate. A lot of action exploding across the map. Overall, Still 2k gold lead for TMP. Something I wanted to point out, the Renekton is once again snowballing very far ahead. He was about, I think, 2k gold up when we checked. So.
Once again, the CS lead in top lane. And this time, the CS in bot lane is actually pretty huge, considering that the placeholder have been shoving in Sivir under tower constantly. They are 25 CS down to a early start Caitlyn with a I think she already had a Noonquiver very early. So very good CSing there. I mean, I guess this is a Diamond 1 player. CSing should be something they're good at.
Yeah, fantastic work from the TMP bot in this game. As we see the set gets chunked out here. Elise was there just to help Renekton pick up an extra bit of plating. As plating is about to go down. Here we go. And overall, look at it. Oh, the set.
Nope.
I don't think you expect the Renekton to still be there. I don't think this leads to a kill. It does not. PhD once again pick up the first Drake. Second Drake. They pick up the first 2 Drakes. Nami ult goes across. Bubble hits.
Does actually do a lot of damage this time.
Yeah, that's a double headshot there.
And the ult.
Ooh, it's not blocked by the Sivir. Does drop the Karma incredibly low.
Yeah, this bubble and this ult for Nami are so important. As you saw last time, they missed it, and then one of them got spell shielded. Sivir shielded, and they just lost the fight after instantly. So
yeah,
with it, they can easily win. But yeah, if they use it well, they just win. They take the tower.
However, I believe first brick did go to TMP in the top lane. Well, to the Renekton. First brick.
First brick. What?
Yeah, you got first blood for a first kill, so first tower is first brick.
That's not real. I refuse.
It is now.
Can't just coin your own term.
I think it was the LCK that started calling it. That's where I stole it from.
First.
Hey, it worked. But yeah, the first tower did go to the Renekton in the top lane, I believe.
Current 3.3k gold lead over to TMP. I was gonna say supportive. TMP, yeah.
The supportive, I believe they play.
They already played.
Oh, they already played? Okay.
They played yesterday. No, yesterday. They played on Wednesday against ADD.
Ah, okay.
Ooh,
yeah, we won't go into
that's
a very nice catch on the Annie. She just gets deleted by the Ori and the Lee's combo. Oh, that's actually a Gale Force. The Sivir may have overstepped her welcome here, as that will be a kill for the Caitlyn.
Oh, right. Sivir's on blue. Is on red side. I kept
were confused for a second why she was there.
Yeah, for some reason I thought Sivir was Gale forcing forwards to trade onto blue team, but no. It's blue team coming to defend their tower. Yeah.
That's why I thought for a second as well. It kind of caught me off guard.
So we see 2 tier 1s down, the one in bot lane, the one in top lane. It is once again just a battle between top and bot lane. The TMP top versus the placeholder bot lane.
Yeah.
Although, admittedly, this time there is a pretty big lead in.
The Renekton just absolutely destroying the Vi. Flashes to try and get her, but she flashes away as well. Can Renekton get out here now, though? I think, yeah.
Yeah, he just walks out. He has a Blade of Ruined King already, as well as a Iron Spike Whip, so it looks like he'll be going for a Hydra, I think. And he pops the second Herald. This top laner has gotten every Herald, I think. Like, they gave it to him every time. Or at least
I believe so,
pop.
yeah, you're correct. Looking at the situation right now, it looks like the set... Yeah, the Kindle Gem and Ruby Crystal, that could be a Heartsteel, maybe.
Oh, doesn't get second charge off.
Yeah, it could be a nice little second charge. The Dragon is coming up in about a minute, about 1 minute 45. It is a Mountain Soul, which I think both teams want that, as both teams are quite heavily burst focused. And Mountain Soul will very much counteract it.
Yeah, but here's the counterpoint. Who's building resistances? Because Renekton's full damage and the rest of them aren't tanks either.
Well, yeah, but some of the resistances are still nice.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you look at as I say that, the Nami ult down, but I think it'll just be dot and disengage. See a Shirelius pop, but doesn't lead to anything.
Renekton's waiting across the wall.
I was going to say, you actually get more value out of some resistances at lower levels. Nice trade Renekton. from Renekton on the set, just a lot.
It's
of
such a
damage.
bank diff. Like he has one item, Iron Spike Whip and Tabby, compared to Tabby and a single Kindle Gem.
Nice catch on the Nami. However, it is disengaged. Renekton's still going forward. Vile comes in. The Elise picks up the Nami. Down goes the Vi as well. Set
has a
coming
huge
in.
angle. E? No? No E?
No,
Must have been a
no E,
cooldown.
sadly. Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
That was a very nice little headshot. Barrier and the Karma Shield keeps her alive. Elise threatening a dive. Doesn't lead to anything. Low health force for TMP, but they stay alive.
Annie
coming in.
Ult
The
Q?
leads the Simmer. Can she get some more? But
Instantly
no.
gets deleted, sadly.
That
Very
is too
fed.
big.
Oh, gets a shutdown.
Yeah.
Tibbers
Oh,
going
shit.
crazy.
Oh,
But he
the Elise
does
is able to
die.
get it. I think the Caitlyn trap must have been on cooldown for Zhonya's, but overall, I believe that is a 3-for-2 in favor of TMP. However, I don't think they get much else off of this.
Yeah. The Vi ulting there to save someone under tower, but the Renekton dashed away and just get dragged into the entire enemy team, sadly.
That is kind of what you talked about. That could be an issue for this Vi. It's like, who do you ult? She ulted Renekton there, and it just didn't really do much because you ulted Renekton, plus you just got dragged into the middle of everyone.
Well, based on the item that she rushed, which we'll talk about, she might be looking to focus Renekton. Because that is a
He's the only one.
sword.
He's basically the only one healing there, so probably.
Oh,
speaking of Renekton, he's actually caught out here. This is very bad for TMP. He goes down. Can he get the dragon?
Oh,
the set is there,
running
trying
in.
to cause some interference. Oh, the Vi is in the pit.
Oh, this is Elise is stuck here.
Yeah, Elise
Can they
is stuck.
kill her? Yeah, they can.
He is down.
Whoa.
That is a big misstep from the Renekton. And placeholder, or I'd like to say back in the game, but I don't think they were ever that far out of it, really.
They were about 3k down. They still are, but now they have Soul Point. That's pretty huge.
And as I said earlier, Mountain Soul is huge in this game. Both teams very burst-focused.
Into a champion like Renekton, looking to do as much burst in his one rotation as possible, and yeah.
Ooh, that's a charm barely missing there. We just see the Caitlyn damage with Nami. That's a lot.
Oh, she walks into the trap.
She walks the trap. Piltover's finest. Assault and battery going in. They just pick her up there.
It's not called that anymore.
I refuse to call it what it is now. I think what is it even called now?
Which one?
Cease and desist?
Vault Breaker?
No, that's her Q's Vault Breaker.
Oh, what do you mean her ult?
Yeah, isn't it? I think it's now cease and desist. Well, currently she's trying to cease and desist this Elise.
Yeah, from getting into her own jungle. Very fun when that happens to you. Entire enemy team's in my jungle, guys. Do something about it.
I think I also, when I was casting, I called Twitch's ultimate Rat-Tat-Tat because that was such a cooler name than Spray and Pray.
Spray and Pray. Spray and Pray like Pope with the Super Soaker.
Haha! That's probably a reference that's like 12 years old and maybe like 5 people will get.
It's not 12 years old, it's like 8, probably.
It's very old at this point.
Oh, I will say, I am a really big fan of the Everfrost on the Ahri. People in the server don't like Everfrost that much, especially on Veigar. I think that's weird, because I think Everfrost is pretty underrated.
Oh, it is an amazing item, both on Veigar and Ahri. It kind of serves the same purpose as, like, you just end up with so much lockdown. And it's... you do, like, have less damage than Ludens, but... For Ahri, you're not really there for damage. Oh, this could be very dangerous.
That's an AFK. Oh no, he's back. Alright, that's really unfortunate, though.
Casting stuff on the guy. Can he get her, though? Ooh, very close, but
Didn't get the Gore Drinker off. If you got the Gore Drinker there, he kills. Definitely. That's unfortunate. If that was his delayed reaction with the engage, might have been because of the DC, I don't know. That would be really, really unfortunate.
Yeah.
As someone who has had that plenty of times.
If by plenty of times, you mean every game.
Every single game, yes.
But looking at it right now, I was going to say that with Ahri, you're not really there for the damage, and Veigar gets about like 900 AP just by existing in a game. So that could be a very... You see here, nice little bit of damage
no
there.
Q.
Yeah.
Tries to get the W, but doesn't work. I will also like to point out that every single player on placeholder, except for their top laner, currently has a pink ward. They really want to get that vision in.
Well, the Dragon Soul's coming up in 2 minutes, and if they're able to get it, then I think this is a very tough game for TMP to win. I think that the Nami saw the Elise there for a second.
Maybe. They might just be being cautious in general, but...
Maybe.
Yeah. Very, very good control there. Some supports would blindly walk in to get vision.
Anyway, completely unrelated tangent. No, but I think the Nami spotted the Elise there for like half a second because she walked out of the bush.
Still 1 minute 30, and they're just kind of setting up around Baron, trying to get into the jungle, which I find...
Looks like TMP might look for a... Oh, that's a nice catch. The Vice is dead here. The engage is coming in. Renekton onto the backline. He does delete the Nami. Karma's dead from the Annie, who got onto the TMP backline. Got a lot of chaos there.
Annie? Oh!
Just killing the Sever. Yeah, it does. We have Caitlyn and Sever are the only two alive. Nice face breaker there. The Annie's actually alive. Sorry, as the Renekton, they were off the screen. I didn't see it. Renekton goes down. That is a lot of people.
3 for 4.
Yeah. Dragon's up in 50 seconds. I don't think this really leads to much. Maybe they can get a bit more setup.
Yeah.
Nice catch from TMP there.
Renekton is the last person to respawn, and he has 20 seconds to teleport in. So overall, it was a fight that Placeholder won, and they might be able to secure some vision now at Drake, but it doesn't really mean much. There are some abilities that were thrown out that, of course, will be missing now. Annie doesn't have Flash. Caitlyn doesn't have heal, while there were quite a few flashes burnt on TMP side. Renekton, Ahri, and Sivir, who also has no barrier. So both TPs are up, but besides that, not a lot of summoners. And should they be rushing this? Nope, they just leave. Okay. Set is top lane. He has teleports, so this could just be a 4v5 to start out with. Doesn't TP in. As red team TMP does just start Baron at Drake.
Yeah, and Set isn't here.
I think they really want that tower. He's teleporting behind them now. They're a little bit caught, but they're just rushing at him. Ooh, can he W? He got the W.
But... He is still alive here. We see the Elite. They're trying to go for a fight.
Oh, the burst.
Annie is huge. Cardinals lead. Elise is gone. Ahri's down. Everyone is down. It's just the Sivir. Sivir's dead. Renekton, the last man standing. That will be huge for Placeholder. They'll pick up the Dragon Soul, I think, and the Baron. Oh, wait.
They have to be really careful here. They're leaving Vi on her own. She was pinging Drake, but they might be calling for Baron as well. They know they're leaving, so Renekton might just look for something here. He's half health with Drinker. He can't steal it, but if he can kill the Vi... no, gets hit.
Nice little bubble from Nami there. Can the Renekton be the hero here? He was the hero last game. Can he do it again? He goes in. He is not. He is burning. He gets ignited. I think he just has to leave. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. The ignite
that
with
will
the
be sold for Placeholder.
Does deny him a lot with his blade and Drinker. So yeah, that's just stall. I think Placeholder are really in the driver's seat now. If they get this Baron and this Soul, the gold is now going to swing in their favor, and they should just be stronger. This Vi. This Annie and Caitlyn are just doing so much damage. If they get caught out, of course, the team fight will just instantly be over. We saw that last game. But as long as they stay safe, they can just completely the TMP's entire team. Like, the Annie ult right there basically removed 2 people instantly. I didn't see who it was. I think it was like Karma and Ahri or something.
I think it was Karma, and then Ahri died like a second later to either a burn or an ignite. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was just all their health instantly gone.
Yeah, but we do see that the Renekton did get very ahead early game, but this is kind of what you mentioned. He is building very squishy at the moment, and he just doesn't have enough damage or survivability in a team fight. And with Mountain Soul, that's... The job for Renekton becomes a lot harder. Same for Elise, same for Ahri. All 3 of those champions don't exactly like having to deal with Mountain Soul.
Yeah, the shield, the extra defensive stats. It's not looking too hot. But again, one fight can swing everything.
Yeah. Now we see Placeholder are just pushing down mid, and there's a Severald is popped, but I think it's just to scare them off a bit.
The range on that Nami W, that was insane. What was that?
Oh, that is a flying from the Elise, actually.
Ooh, they're kind of stuck here.
Yeah, can the Elise
Oh,
do
the ult,
anything?
the counter. Oh,
Nami's
that
dead.
is really nice.
Oh, the
Sivir
Caitlyn's
going
going
for-
very nice
Ooh.
Gale Force. She doesn't have a lot of health left.
Caitlyn
Oh,
so
that's-
aggressive. Now the ult. Will they get it?
She
Yeah.
gets a
Oh, that's a
triple.
triple. The Caitlyn going really aggressive there.
Oh yeah, the flank nearly worked out there. The Annie now does find the Renekton, the ult misses. Nice little stun there. Can she?
He has Malmorbius. Oh, that's a really nice Zanya.
Yeah, the Zonias actually really hurts him. Oh, I think he might die to the Tempest Burn.
They can just
No,
end
he-
here. They
I
can
think
just
they might
end.
try and go for it. Yeah,
they
they're
can.
just going for it. It's just Renekton and Ori. Ori's get hit by the
Diving
Q.
She's just zoning her from the wave, I guess. As the bot lane, yeah,
They get
they
the
got both
Nexus towers
towers.
now.
This should be game over. Not much Ori can do.
Caitlyn should
Oh no,
close
they
it
all
down,
spawn
but
in.
that's a flash
Ooh.
stun from the Renekton.
Yeah, they all spawned in. They'll have to make do with only an inhib and both towers.
Yeah, but right
doesn't
now,
the next
looking at it, I don't think
completely
there's anything TMP can really do on the map.
Yeah, there's no Baron, there's no Drake. It's still 3 minutes, still both. I do wonder how Placeholder are gonna play it now. If they're just gonna look for a catch and just rush the base. That might be an idea.
maybe.
If they catch a single person out, I think they might just run in.
Another question right now,
Teleport backdoor, do it.
maybe.
It's only a 2k gold lead, but this Sivir and this Caitlyn and Annie are huge. They have 11 kills each.
Yeah. That's a nice little stun on the Renekton. It might be the catch you're talking about, but it doesn't happen because of the Karma shield.
Yeah, there's also not really much follow-up there. I mean, Set's there, but he has to run all the way in still.
Yeah. Right now, I'm wondering if they will try and force it, or if they'll just wait 2 minutes for the Elder.
I think they're just trying to...
Oh, never
Oh,
mind!
that Ori
the
is
Ori
dead.
out of position, and that's just a huge catch. The Annie, once again, coming in huge.
Now, Vide's not there, and with Sivir, they do have a lot of wave clear. But
However,
they don't
there's
need
no
the
towers
minions.
to hold that.
Yeah, they don't need the minions. There's still the backdoor bonus now, but... yeah, if they just walk into the base...
Oh, that's the set ult there stops the Renekton from being able to get in. The Elise goes in, but just instantly deleted. The set's holding back all of TMP. He's still alive. Renekton goes in. That's a nice Gore Drinker and Q, but it only picks up the Nami. The Caitlyn, though, cleaning house right now. Vi goes down. It won't matter. We're heading to game 3. Placeholder, pick up a big win.
Yeah, this is, like we said, kinda, I feel like Placeholder had an easier team to, like, work
Execute.
with. Yeah, to execute. And they were ahead basically all of the early game. They lost a lot of gold still because of CSing and such. But getting every Drake, especially that third Drake, yeah, that was really big. Then the Baron happened and it was basically over. If you look at the damage, Caitlyn and Annie, 31,000 damage each. That's
A lot.
9,000 more than, for example, Sivir, and that is 8,000 more than Renekton. So yeah, they truly did a lot of damage.
Yeah, so gonna be an interesting game 3. It's big comeback from Placeholder. So who would you say, personally, who would you say is the MVP then for you of this game?
For MVP, I would say the Annie, so Meister Fluffy. But I would definitely say Caitlyn was a close second, or maybe even worthy of the MVP that game. They were both really fed, did about the same damage. Although I will say Caitlyn kind of fell behind in lane quite a bit, even though she started ahead. So that's why I would give it to Meister Fluffy, who also made some really game-winning plays in the team fights, such as the 2-man ult with Tibbers. As for the ace, I would say, probably Renekton again, like the top laner again. He once again played pretty well, but gets caught a bit, and it didn't really work out as well as the Fiora, sadly. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see Game 3.
Yeah, it's. I would agree with both of those overall. As you said, I'd say Annie gets the vote ahead of Caitlyn. Overall, I think it was a more solid performance from her as well. The early game from Caitlyn was iffy. Should have pushed it more. So Annie, I think, was fairly consistent throughout the game. And of course, there was some big game-winning team fights at the end.
Now, the real question is, will we see the Vex in Game 3? Will they finally let Meister play her famous Vex, or supposedly famous Vex? I've never seen it.
I don't know what the odds are for us seeing it.
Maybe they start banning Caitlyn and stuff. I will say, it was very interesting to see them play the 280 carries that were banned in the first game.
Yeah, but I think that the Caitlyn showed why Caitlyn has more priority than Sivir.
Definitely. I think Sivir you want with like an enchanter, and like Worlds last year, that was a pretty huge combo. But now, I was. We've never have we had a Zeri so far? I don't think we've seen a single Zeri. Now, obviously, Zeri is a champion that, like, if you're very good at the game, you pilot it well. With an enchanter support, she can be really strong, but she's not too great. Still, that 40% win rate, or what was it?
Oh yeah, it was below 40 for a bit as well, I think.
Along with Ryze and Azir, which all very strong pro play.
Yeah, it's the pro play trio, I guess, or I'd say the
Gwen
boys
as well,
there
actually.
now.
Gwen as well. Just
Yeah, she's
really strong
well.
pro play, completely nerfed into the ground.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short little break before we head into Game 3. And we will see you guys very soon.
Mm.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for an exciting Game 3 coming up. Game 3. As a placeholder picked up the victory in Game 2. Was a pretty exciting game, I'd say, overall. Very well played from placeholder. TMP had their moments, but in the end, looks like placeholder were able to find the answers after a bit of a struggle in Game 1. Lipsy, what would you say is the plan heading into Game 3?
I think their plan might involve going set top lane again, and batting out a bunch of counters.
Yeah, it's worked, I guess, in Game 2, not so much Game 1, so we'll see what happens.
It would not surprise me if TMP try to get the Caitlyn this game. They have a really, looking at their ranks, right? They have a really good AD carry for relative to the rest of the team. So if they can get that Caitlyn, pair it with Nami or maybe even Lux or something, I think bot lane will heavily swing into the favor of TMP.
Yeah, and just as a little update for our viewers, TMP has selected blue side for the final game. So far, blue side is 2-0. So, do you think it's going to be a free, or do you think it's going to finally meet its match?
I think it'll be a blue side win. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they can reclaim their form from game 1, or if they continue their trek from game 2. I think they can bounce back.
And looks like people are about ready to head into draft for the final game. Well, see, honestly, I'll be shocked if PHE, if they even leave Caitlyn up, and then if they do leave it up, if it's not picked.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see.
Do you think Meister Fluffy is finally going to get to play her Vex?
I don't know. Come on, respect it. Don't respect it, please. Just let her play it. I want to see how good Vex is in this environment by this player. They missed a ban?
Yeah, it looks like they missed a ban.
BMing? Wow.
We're gonna have to check here.
That's a Jax ban again. This player does not like Jax. Ever since he played it against our top laner, he does not want to play Jax. Face Jax. We have successfully gaslit him into thinking it's an insane counter.
I mean, it is at the end
It
of
is,
the day.
it is. I know. Just like using the word gaslit.
There we go. We do see the Vex is the second ban.
Boo. Boo. No balls. No balls. Can't even play full strength game 3. Tisk. So yeah, that first ban, an accident, I assume.
Yeah, from what I've gathered, it seems to just be an accident, and we are not restarting draft for it. Oh, wait, never mind. Someone just dodged. It looks like we might be getting a reset of the draft.
They realized that they shouldn't have banned Vex. Respectable. No, I assume we'll be remaking the ban, the draft.
Yeah, we're gonna see in a second here what exactly happens.
Yeah, they're not allowed to ban something else, so the Vex will be off the table for game 3. Really unfortunate. I do wonder if Fluffy Meister is just a known Vex player. Maybe other people have played with her, because we just kind of banned Vex because that was all we could find on her account. So.
Yeah, I am getting some information right now quickly. From what I'm told, there were no picks made, so we will be remaking the draft, and TMP will get their first pick, first ban back. There won't be any. There hopefully shouldn't be another issue, and we're just gonna head back into pick and ban. But yeah, looks like Vex will be off the table again.
I think we go with the Team WE versus CLG EU version, where we play the game with different picks and bans,
Oh god.
and then in a day we play another game.
Yeah, I don't think most people will be for this. We do see immediately there the Vex ban, Jax ban as well. Things going very quickly here. Both teams know exactly what they want to go for.
Oh, Ash ban. Ash has not been played at all this
Yeah,
this series.
that's a bit of a surprise. There's the Kane ban again. Jax and Kane were banned both games in the first rotation, I believe.
Yeah, maybe they're spelling something. VA. Yeah,
well, we might see in a second if there's going to be any spelling here.
I'm really curious. Kindred. Also,
I believe Leoroth did play Kindred and was fairly successful with them in one of their games last week.
True. Wait, didn't we play them last week?
It might have been it might have been 2 weeks ago then. But I've seen Leoroth play them and be successful. And there's the Gwen ban. I believe these are the same 3 bans placeholder have done every time.
Pretty much, yeah. Gwen, Jax, Kane. Amumu first pick.
There's the Amumu first pick. Was very successful for them game 1. They banned it in game 2.
They are leaving Caitlyn open for this.
Yeah, that is interesting. They are leaving the Caitlyn for PhD. PhD had a lot of success with it. So can they get a repeat performance is the question. Yep, there it is locked in now.
So yeah, we got Caitlyn again. I wonder what their plan is to deal with it this time. They banned Ash instead of Caitlyn. So.
Oh my god, could it be the Blitz?
Oh, I would love to see a Blitzcrank. No, no. Blitzcrank is nice to play. I think Blitzcrank could actually work into Caitlyn Nami. Maybe. Oh, that's Varus again. They're running back what they played game 1. Although this time it isn't a Caitlyn. I assume they'll be picking support here. And it seems that my co-host is currently occupied with something, so I will just have to talk to myself for a bit. I assume they'll be picking support here. Wouldn't really make sense to pick top lane or mid. That might be an Annie flex, but I'm just gonna assume they're running back the comp from last game. There was no Thresh ban, but they decided to stick to Nami this time. And we're gonna assume that they pick a jungler here at the last pick of first rotation. So yeah, it seems that TMP are just running back their draft. That's actually a... Nope, never mind. I got teased by it, but it seems to be set in the first rotation this time. They are giving up their cards. They are basically saying, yeah, we're playing set. You already know it. Just pick your counter. Yeah, okay. Looks like Robin will be joining me for a bit while I lose my co-host. And the Fiora ban, actually. So this means that there will be no counters to the set that have been played so far. Hello, Robin.
Hello.
That's an Anivia ban again. So yeah.
I will be looking at the stream, so I will have a short delay.
Yeah, you can look at the stream here, no?
Ah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. As we see, just the set slammed on the 3rd pick this time instead of leaving it for later. No surprises this time.
Maybe it's such a comfort pick that they really wanted to secure the set. Maybe they were afraid of it being picked away. And in all honesty, the set has had its difficulties in lane, but during the games, from what I've seen, he has been really impactful for placeholder, especially last game, no?
Yeah, last game he wasn't really ahead at all, but he was still making plays, doing his job, setting up for his team. If he does play like that, I think rushing Blade of the Ruined King is probably not the way to go. But so we do see Syndra removed. So lots of mid laners here last few bans. Xerath is an interesting one. Um, 'cause that is
Yeah, I will be looking at the bot lane for TMP this game though, because they tried it out their first game, the Varus with the Annie pick, and I want to
It did-
see if they can actually perform way better this time.
Last time they really got messed up by the Thresh pick, which you get hooked, kind of stuck. So they're saving counter pick from mid lane again. So that would be a Seraphine. I'm really hoping that's a Seraphine mid lane, but it could go either way. And
Yeah, it's a really good flex, the way they have drafted for themselves right now, and with a potential Camille. Maybe I shouldn't talk about hovers, but this might make it so that top lane will be a very volatile lane again.
Yeah, this top lane are playing a lot of carries so far, looking to counter this set because I mean, 2 games in a row now he has kind of dominated the set on carries. So maybe he's just thinking, I'll play Camille this time, we'll dominate him. The Camille ult can really single someone out. And then Seraphine ult or Annie lockdown or Amumu. They really have a nice ult combo here between the Amumu and the Seraphine. Maybe even the Annie. Lots of AP on that.
Yes, and yeah, it's gonna be really nice to see how they play around with the split push comp. That because first game they played it really well with the Fiora creating so much pressure, and then TMP quickly and smartly making something happen on the other side of the map. So I'd love to see how they utilize their split pusher this time around. The Cassiopeia is an interesting pick.
Yeah, it's rather short range pick, which into a Mumu and Seraphine I think is quite risky. But you're kind of choosing to scale into Seraphine, which that's like my main gripe with playing Seraphine in lane. If the enemy player is just scaling up for free, you can't really punish them. You're just kind of sitting there and hoping that by some miracle you'll be more useful than them in team fights. For example, I played against a Kale once, where I was basically the entire game I was just sitting there like, jungle, can you come help me? I can't do anything against her and she's scaling, and I got no help. And then we lost that game, and it was Clash finals.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, we lost on a very bad call, and it was just.
I do really like the team fighting potential of the 4v4. Actually, now that I look at it, from this game, TMP have the split pusher and then the big wombo combo with the Amumu ult, Varus ult, Seraphine on top of that, throw a Tibbers on there, and yeah, it's gonna be big to see how these team fights play out.
Thank you, Robert, for coming in and shedding your opinion on the draft. As
does
seem like Mystic is back.
Yes, I apologize for that. Something urgent came up. I just quickly took care of it. Luckily, I'm back in time, so I don't miss the exciting conclusion of this series.
Well, I'll leave you to it. And life happens, so luckily
yes.
We're here for each other.
We've all had that one guy on League just run and go AFK randomly during a match for something, so I'm sure everyone's used to it here. Well, I don't know if Urbane has done this tradition for you at Lipsy, but look at the teams overall. Who are you predicting to take the series in Game 3?
You've done this for me. I think it's very interesting when you look at bot lane, because it's the bot lane of TMP from Game 1 against the bot lane of Placeholder from Game 2. It's very interesting to see how those will react to each other. I think in terms of easy to execute ult combos and stuff, I want to give it to Placeholder to TMP here. I'm a big fan of the Seraphine, and she's really strong. You can just farm up, get insane CS numbers. Really strong in team fights. Not sure, like they have a nice ult combo, but it's all AP, so that's gonna be interesting. They're basically just creating a lot of space for the Varus, which will probably be on hit again. So yeah, I think my prediction would be TMP. But
Alright.
hey, maybe placeholder surprise and they get some good combos off. Cassiopeia interrupts something. Zach finds the backline and
Yeah.
they take the win.
I will say, the mid laner does have a fitting name for playing Seraphine. With
Carmine
Dua
Core
Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Carmine Core, terrible team. Sorry.
I think you're about to start a flame war if you say that.
As long as there's no French people here, we should be fine.
We are done with the spectator delay, and we are going to be heading into load screen. Once again, I'm hoping we don't get a repeat of happening game 1 with the reload thing, but overall, I do have to agree with you on feeling like TMP has a somewhat easier comp to execute. I'm actually quite surprised seeing the Cassiopeia.
Yeah, it was the last pick as well into this team.
Cassiopeia, I think, is a very strong champion. So
Yeah, I think like I said, if you play it into Seraphine, Seraphine can't really do much against you, so you just scale for free.
yeah.
I wonder if she'll build Roa. She did start here.
I just tried to say, what? I'm having some slight issues moving people around. So one moment.
Seraphine did start Dorn's Ring, which I think in a matchup against Cassiopeia, I think you can just start tier.
Yeah, maybe.
You'll probably get a lot of hits in at least, and there probably won't be a lot of trading, so you don't really need the extra health safety.
Well, interestingly, I've just noticed the Varus has gone longsword refillable pot instead of longsword potions.
Mm,
That's a very interesting one, as that does make him more susceptible to the poke of Kate Nami. The thing with the bot lane of TMP here, it didn't look amazing game 1 in lane. I think we can I'm
But
saying
they were
Shaman
playing
admitting, I think we
Thresh.
both agree with that.
Yeah, they were playing as Thresh, who, if he hits a hook, can just force on them.
Yeah.
Also,
It's
no
a very
cleanses this game. No cleanse.
Yeah.
Mode.
Surprisingly, no cleanses.
We've also
Could be
reached the
risky.
culmination of the top lane matchup, because instead of one blade, one shield, they both went shield this time.
Yeah, it's quite interesting as neither of them really pokes, so shield is a interesting choice here.
But do they both have second wind?
Yeah, that's a nice little W from the Camille on the set. Won't lead to much, but I guess gets a bit of a mental warfare.
Definitely.
Oh, set actually
start
W this time.
That is really interesting.
Yeah, quite surprised by that one. We'll see how it turns out.
Early shove from placeholder here. And nice double Q there. Chunking out Cassiopeia a little. If we had tier there, you'd be stacking tier.
Yeah! But looking at both the junglers, we see that they both start red buff. So it may lead to a situation where they cross-map each other. Although Mumu could be looking at bot lane here. Yeah, I think he is. I don't think their bot lane is expecting this. The Ani stun goes down, followed by Varus. Can they get the kill here? Ooh, the Mumu Q barely misses. Heal is burnt. And Mumu does have another Q.
He does have another Q.
It does hit, but it hits on the Nami. I think Nami's just dead though. Late flash.
Flash is late. And the shield. Oh, the heal.
The heal as well.
Ooh.
I don't know if it would have, if it saved him or not, but better safe than sorry. And that is very big.
4 sums wasted bot for 1 death. And on the other hand, TMP's bot lane wastes a single summoner and get first blood.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry, jungle got first blood. Yeah, some more trading top lane.
Yeah, this does make the bot lane also a lot scarier now if there's a regang. And as we talked about in game 1, Annie stun into Varus is just scary.
Yeah, bot lane cringers need to be babysit. Yeah. Meanwhile, Zach's just full clearing.
This is a nice little adaptation from TMP that we saw, as I believe the jungler both times in previous games path towards top lane instead of towards bot lane. So I think he might have caught placeholder a bit off guard. As we do see a nice little face breaker there and some trading, but ultimately it doesn't really lead to much.
There's they have no damage. Once again, though, the wave just positioned right here, just stationed at the tower of TMP's top laner. Happens a lot, actually. That's why I assume we always see a slight CS lead to the top laner of TMP.
Yeah, and the Camille's already started building it here. We see a face breaker, but that Camille shield is getting a lot of value. Blocking quite a bit of damage. The Zac is looking for bot lane currently, and Amumu is top side, so maybe they can catch the set here. Ooh, that's a nice little lead. Oh, the set W hits! That's a solo kill for the set!
Solo bolo for set. Yeah, I think that's the first time he really managed to get the full W off in the 1v1. Didn't even need the flash to like reposition it or anything.
Yeah,
a little bit of
pick seems to finally working. Meister Fluffy looking for
Seraphine. Completely out of mana.
For Seraphine, yeah. The tier would sure be nice here, huh, for extra mana.
Yeah. I think Seraphine was just heavily looking to trade.
Yeah. We see her pick up a mana crystal and an amplifying tome. Amumu's clearing top side.
Seraphine TPing back to lane already.
Yeah, quite interesting.
This early. Yeah, you don't really lose much sometimes because you don't have unleashed teleport until minute 14 or something. So yeah, it's not like you can still teleport just to lane if you want.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a tier on Varus as well.
Yeah, and today also pre-14 using TP to get some huge is quite hard.
Oh, it is actually poke Varus this time. He's going Comet and has a tier.
Yeah, that also is a lot stronger in lane, so maybe they're aiming for a bit more lane domination. It's not... Say it hasn't worked out so far, but they didn't get the kill and they're up in a few CS. Oh, sorry, they got assists actually, but... Oh, and we see Camille go in. Another interesting note, the Cassiopeia is going Roa. She isn't going Leandries.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. Leandris usually seems a more calm one. However, Roa does make her a lot tankier. As the Camille's getting some really nice trades up top.
Yeah, definitely not playing it badly so far. Guys, yeah, look at that CS gap. That set's on 19 CS. That's 6.5 minutes.
Despite the solo kill, he is quite a bit down. I think he's still a decent amount down goal. The Cassiopeia here just melting the Seraphine.
Yeah, Seraphine moving up after having used her E and everything is a little weird.
There's however a massive wave crashing into the set here, so he should be able to equalize the CS a little bit. He will still be down a decent amount, but it's a bit better.
Yeah.
We've not seen the Zac get involved here quite yet.
He did he ganked mid and burned Seraphine Flash earlier.
Yeah.
Not sure if he needed the flash, but it was kind of stuck for one frame, so I didn't see how hard he hit her.
Zac ganks are always quite dangerous.
Definitely, especially because he can jump like 3 lanes.
Oh yes.
I hate Zac ganks so much. So we have Poke Varus. They don't really have any DPS with it, though. I mean, there is a tank, but they have Camille to deal with that.
Yeah, I guess it might be a bit of struggle to deal with the Zac later on, but I think they... I guess if they do get ahead enough, it should be okay. Plus, there's a chance that the Seraphine will look at a Leandries buy. Which would help deal with the tank.
I think it's pretty interesting here. So Camille decided to go ignite the teleport, which is something you do on Camille sometimes. But no ganks from the Zac yet. So you'd think she'd be pretty vulnerable without her flash.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if you buffer, you can also buffer CC with the Camille.
Yeah. Camille, not the strongest champion right now, but definitely can work as Zach is looking to steal this. Will he get it?
Might get it. I don't think either of them have smite.
Oh, neither of them smited. You got it with an auto attack.
Neither of them had smite, actually. But yeah, I think
here first.
That's
That's
E.
E.
Very big ult. I think the Amumu is just dead here. Yeah, down he goes. Camille not in a happy place. The Cassiopeia W is huge. That stops Camille from being able to E out, and that is a double kill for the set. Finally, this set pick seems to be putting in the work that they were hoping for.
Yeah. 3 kills on set. We haven't seen this player on set with a lead in the last few games, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes around it now. He is still 30 CS down. That's almost 2 kills in gold still.
Oh yes. I'm actually going to take a look quickly at the gold. We see the Rift Herald goes down in mid. Oh, yeah, that's a Varus ult, just so I was about to check that. Very nice Nami ult as well there to disengage. Is it enough though? Oh, good flash away, dodges the Varus Q. That could have been a kill.
Pretty even.
Nothing comes
here.
of it.
Lots of summoners used on red side here.
Oh, the Amumu found Zach.
There's only about 700 gold now, even though Set did get those 3 kills.
Yeah, and then we look at the other places though. A slight gold lead appearing in mid, slightly in jungle as well. The bot lane is, however, slightly ahead for TMP.
No.
So that is something you can look at. As
she does. I don't get the ward in mid lane. There's a ward in mid lane looking for Cassiopeia roams at level 9, I guess.
I may also spot Zach trying to transition through it maybe at times, but
I think there's places you'd rather ward.
Yeah, maybe try and get a ward. When you're against Zach, it's always nice to try and get a ward at Raptors, just to see if you can spot him. Heading there to possibly be threatening a gank.
Yeah, especially because you can jump from Raptors all the way to mid.
And Amumu is level 6. He hasn't found a gank opportunity yet. However, if he does, for example, go bot lane right now, even if Zach shows up, with a Moo ult, they might be able to just win it.
The tabby spike is complete. We actually see
this. Once again, Cassiopeia just really hurting the Seraphine.
That Sork Boots rush for Seraphine, I do not approve of that. When you're playing Seraphine, I think what you really want is to get a tier, maybe a Darksteel even, and just rush Liandry's. It makes wave clearing so easy. You just insta-clear any wave.
Yeah,
especially if you want to help your team with like objectives and other things.
I'm wondering now if Seraphine may perhaps completely skip Seraph's Embrace, actually.
Which, Zhonya's.
Maybe. However, with the shield change and everything, it's quite nice on her. The set here doing really good damage on the Camille now.
And now that he's somewhat ahead, he is looking to trade aggressively.
Yeah. He is actually winning these trades right now. However, still down.
Roa is up for Cassiopeia, so she will just start getting that, get the level at some point.
The Zac gets spotted in bot lane. It looks like PhD. We see the Cassiopeia moving. Are they going to try and go for Dragon here or no?
They are just very, very focused on Drakes.
Yeah, looking at it right now, Amumu is topside, but I don't think PhD is aware of that.
They would not be, no. They're just looking for a pick before it. I think Zac might, yeah, he just aggro Drake. They will just take it.
Very smart play from the bot lane of TMP. You see the ward there in the middle of river is able to spot Zac coming towards bot lane. So even though they pink warded the river bush, they didn't see this ward.
Cassiopeia is moving for Drake, so they will get it in time. Cassiopeia can burn Drake down very fast. They'll get it before interference, yeah. And I don't think they need to worry about a Varus steal at this level with this damage. They might be looking for...
Ooh, a Nami ult coming across. Doesn't really... I think it hit the...
Nami's
in the back. Oh, that's just... Yeah, that's a dead fish. The move does still have another Q. He goes in, gets the ult. Stun coming in from the Annie as well. Very nice ult to disengage here from the Zac. Is it enough? It is! Ooh, low health bars there for the Zac and the Caitlyn, but it's not enough.
looking to dive there.
Oh, I think they might have. I think they know Cassiopeia River. Seraphine's down here as well. Can we see another fight here? No, maybe. Yeah, it looks like they will just back off. Cassiopeia and collect the minions under the tower.
Look at a plate here as well. Solo, 40-80 carry, very nice.
Yeah, there's a Mumu as well.
Ooh,
Zed
that
does have
Q-po.
DP, but
Seraphine ults there.
the Seraphine ult goes well wide. Cassiopeia tries, but it doesn't matter as much.
She did a lot of damage there, but with Seraphine shielding, I don't know if she used double W, passive W, but with Seraphine's W, you can afford more dive opportunities and just take that little bit extra damage. So yeah, very nice to kind of equalize the kills here from TMP. They are now ahead in gold, but one Infernal Drake down. Sadly.
Yeah, and we see once again trading in the top lane. Oh, very nice W from the set there. Pretty much equalizes the trade. However, we do see Camille has Divine Sunderer complete. Set doesn't have his Mythic complete yet. Looks like he's going for a Stridebreaker.
Stridebreaker this time. No Blade of the Rune King to listen to us.
Yeah. Oh, Camille!
Looking for
and
the
Ignite! Oh, there's the little interaction with Set ult, but...
Ooh, doesn't get the second Q. That would have Cho'Gath ulted him.
Yeah, I would have just deleted him here. We see the bot lane of Placeholder is just pushing the tower down. They're trying to see if they can get it. Annie is interestingly in the top side. Ooh, is this turret shot enough? It is!
It is a soul kill.
Yeah, it's another solo kill for the set. He's 4-0. That
manages to pull her under tower.
Yeah, first break as well for Placeholder.
Yeah, it is traded back in bot lane. Gold's now mostly equalized. Actually, a slight lead to Placeholder now.
Yeah,
as they will move for this.
TMP want to get the Herald, but but it is second Herald and there's no play anymore. The set might have cut the Annie out. She drops her ult down. That's a nice W from the Cassiopeia. Once again, the grounding is huge.
Some nice damage there. Leandry's actually finished for Seraphine. She did a lot of poke with the Q there.
Oh, that's the Mumu ult coming in as well.
That's very nice.
I don't think they expect the Varus here. I think the Cassiopeia might get out of here. The Zac will just be the sacrificial lamb. Oh.
Red buff? Oh, the flash? One auto attack, he should be in range.
Last auto attack, he gets it. The set doesn't have a lot of health. Seraphine's looking for him, but won't get him. Cassiopeia did get out of there. This should be a Rift Herald for TMP.
Yeah, should be theirs. They moved bot lane all the way up. Kaylin is just relentlessly shoving that bot lane, though.
Oh, yeah. Might be a second turn. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's very low,
and he's here to defend. I don't know.
It's over a support Annie, but I think she knows. Yeah, Seraphine's moving down. There's the ping coming down. They know Seraphine's bot side, so the Caitlyn has to back off.
Annie had a nice ult opportunity there, but because she's support and a building full support, she just not put a dent in the set.
Yeah.
She did hit the ult. It just didn't do much damage.
Yeah, then we see the Stridebreaker is complete for the set here now.
Still not doing too much damage.
Yeah.
And he is down 50 CN. That is...
Oh, that is the Zac coming in. Does hit the Q on the Camille, but isn't able to get the ult. Stridebreaker E pulls her in. Ah, the set couldn't get the ult off. Oh, nice knock. Nice buffer
that
there
was
from
really
the
nice.
ult.
That was really well timed.
At the end of the day, though, nothing comes of it, and the Camille's able to keep the pressure, on.
No flash. Set no flash now.
I
do think
Camille can take him.
I think Camille can still fight him at pretty equal regard, although Annie is here now. It seems that they put bot lane in mid and traded Seraphine, sent Seraphine bot just to clear out the waves. As you can see, Seraphine with Leandry's insta clears.
Yeah, there's not much she can really do there. And looking at the item build right now,
I think she
got it. Well, I was gonna say, looking at the item builds right now, it looks like she's not even gonna go for a Seraph. There's still no tier. Oh, that's an engage in mid lane. Nice knockup on the Varus, but that's just a counter engage. The Amumu's stunned under tower. Does he go down? He does. Picked up by the Cassiopeia. The tower doesn't have a lot of health left.
No trade.
The Rift Herald's gone, and so is Tibbers, and they will hold the tower. with what
Not
was
ideal, especially
basically a
with Drake now up.
4v2 there. And that's a turret top play as well. Camille trying to look for something on the Caitlyn. Nice Namiel to disengage. Very nice little headshot on the Seraphine.
That just
And
remains top lane pushing.
Yeah.
Can they... This is a really nice choke point to ult with Seraphine. If they want to get this Drake, but Zac came back from base, I think, or he healed up from jungle camps. Yeah, there you see, just the healing.
Yeah.
So no free Mountain Drake. Sadly.
Yeah, I feel like TMP might be starting to feel like they need to get some dragons or something to start pressuring placeholder. Because right now, at the state the game is, I think it favors placeholder if it stays as it is. Because I think Cassiopeia and Caitlyn later on might just be stronger than their counterparts. Of course, Seraphine is incredibly strong late game. Don't get me wrong, but...
Yeah, but you need a team to make it work.
Yeah.
So if your team's really behind.
And yeah, Set is down here. We see that all 5 placeholder
the
members are
ult?
down here. The ult goes down on the Caitlyn. She is dead. But does the Varus escape here? He does. Amumu comes in. Oh, that's a very nice ult from the Set. Knockup's coming down.
They
The
just
Set
keep
is
bouncing,
down.
but the set is dead.
Yeah, but there isn't enough damage here apparently.
Oh, the two
Cassiopeia
E's.
stuck. Amumu
ult?
comes in with the ult. That's a double kill for Seraphine.
That is really nice, and that should be Drake for them now. Are they going for Baron? 20
Yeah, I
minutes?
think so.
No health? Seraphine healing came in and healed him a little. They've been Shirelliing to it. Yeah, they're just going for it. Well, they took out 3 people, and they still take this relatively fast.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, I guess there's gonna be a dragon for placeholder.
If they reset and sprint there, I think they're on time to cancel it, or at least fight them for it.
Yeah.
Getting that, getting the Mountain Drake would mean that they basically cancel out the Infernal Drake on the other side. And you can just see their gold lead now just balloon to 4,000.
Yeah, that was massive. Interestingly, placeholder aren't at dragon. I thought they would just rush to it after respawning.
Only Zac rushed there.
Yeah.
We
we see Camille did just jump into the pit. I think they are just... Yeah, the Camille's just started it.
She started it without really doing things.
There's Lumo.
It is a
Placeholder go for
1v3
this
here.
is what I'm wondering. I think the Zac's
Blake
gonna go for a steal.
steal?
Oh my
Oh!
god! The
He got it!
drive-by steal from the Zac! That's actually huge. He will obviously die for this, lose his passive as well, but that is huge.
Yeah, that is huge. And Set is just pushing top lane. Meanwhile, might just get the tower. There's no one there with Baron.
That is
TP
a
coming in from
TP
Seraphine.
used by Seraphine. That is still quite nice that it is forced out. But oh boy! That's actually quite big. That is 2 dragons away. I'm not quite sure what soul we have.
Hex ult.
Ah, okay.
Any ult comes out, doesn't really hit anyone. Yeah, just looking at Seraphine and the Varus, their KDAs, they kind of remind me of placeholders mid 80 carry from last game. Just really ahead.
Yeah, the Caitlyn pick hasn't worked out as well last game as last game. I guess it's partially also the movement put a lot more focus. Nami ult coming in, I think it's just scaring them a bit. Varus ult comes in. Oh, I think the Set, yeah, the Set's just dead. That is big.
He just explodes, and now again, looking to counter it with Zac.
The Camille on the back picks up the Nami. Can she pick up the Caitlyn here as well? She does. Seraphine actually gets the kill there. Zac is left all alone here. Cassiopeia is coming towards mid. Zac's health. Oh, the healing comes in. He's
really well played.
Camille. Cassiopeia was thinking of trying to go for something that didn't work out.
The Cho'Gath ult almost got him, but really nice ult there to get him, get some zoning and just have her tank 2 tower shots and die. Yeah, I mean, they will lose inhib here, but it's something back at least.
We do see now TMP have massively snowballed. It's a 6k gold lead.
Yeah. Will that one steal be enough?
That steal was still fairly big, as it does give placeholder, if they can get the next dragon, that puts them on soul point. And it keeps the dragon stacking somewhat going.
Camille looking for her Death's Dance has all the components, but not enough gold yet to finish it.
It doesn't matter if she's gonna be that far off, and once she does, that'll be A nice little spike.
Seraphine went for Rylai's actually. I like having Rylai's, but you don't really need it in a lot of games. I like it because you root on every single E.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
We do also
I know
see
Stealth
that
doesn't like.
Yeah, we also see Cassiopeia has Rylai's in her inventory, so she actually doesn't offer that much damage right now. Not a lot of AP on her.
No, she still has a tier, so she still has to finish that item as well, Seraph's. So.
Yeah, of course, she'll do decent damage though, because Cassiopeia and with Conquer.
Yeah, just spams E.
Yeah.
I've not seen a lot of ult value from Cassiopeia though, so far at least.
Yeah, she's really struggled to get some nice ults off.
It's gonna be tower.
Perhaps?
No, another tower. Okay, standing gold. Bot lane.
Looked like she was trying to see if she could get the Camille, but it didn't work out. Yeah, there's a little bit of damage to her. The Camille just ease away. Oh, that is... Zac was trying to look for something, but was on a ward, sadly.
We see Baron and Drake coming up within 15 seconds of each other here. It's going to be interesting to see who goes for what, if they decide to fight each other at it. Because one more Mountain Drake would be kind of really annoying.
It's Hextech Drake, actually, not Mountain.
Oh yeah, it's Hextech, right.
Yeah, it's a spectator bug.
Hextech's pretty nice on Seraphine, for example. I think Annie also really benefits from
nice
it.
Nice little E from the Zac, but there's no one else here.
Chunks up the set, I believe. Yeah, look at that. Seraphine, just full damage instead of support.
Oh, there's the Verisol coming in. They're just engaging on the Zac. I think he's just pretty much instantly dead. Set's also just deleted. The Nami soon to follow.
3 kills, just like that, under tower and everything. I don't think Set got his W off for dying there.
I think he's just CC'd there. Yeah. And this is going to be a big push here. I think this will be second inhibitor for TMP.
They can get...
That's a nice little Cassiopeia ult. The Amumu ult comes out, doesn't hit anyone.
Seraphine hits the root.
Oh, the Cassiopeia does barely live. Caitlyn trying to go be the hero again. The exhaust though is too big.
I think they might just be able to end here.
Yeah, I think they might go for it. Ooh, it's gonna be a close one. Placeholders players are nearly up.
2 seconds. Okay. Set in 5.
He does. Verisol coming in again. He does get him. Varus is down. I think that TMP won't be able to finish here. Yeah, the placeholders players are up.
Oh, that's,
and yeah, TMP are forced to back away.
They trade 2 kills back, but they lose their entire base. Every tower is just gone, top and mid.
It's a very similar situation to what happened in game 1, actually.
Yeah, that's true. And we do see Drake and Baron up, which if you're placeholder, I don't think you can contest either. Really.
It is very risky, yeah.
There's no wards in there, but TMP have 2 teleports, for example. So if they're not careful, yeah,
you can just teleport onto a mini-wave as the mini-waves will be pushing in. So
yeah, this is one of those games where I mean you can take Dragon and Baron probably because you'll probably have the space to do it. But I think here you can actually trade Baron for Drake. Just take Baron and end.
Yeah, and we are seeing TMP just taking the Dragon here nice and calmly. Emu comes in as well, we'll just secure. It doesn't look like they'll look for Baron. They are just gonna group up bot lane and try and finish it that way.
Yeah, that's first Hex Drake. That's first Drake to TMP, but who knows? It might be their last Drake because they are just really snowballing now.
Yeah, we actually, I believe that's only the. I think the second Drake all series to TMP only.
I think they might have had more. But...
I would have to double check, but I believe it was.
Oh, it was no, it was 4 Drakes to nothing in game 1, I believe.
It was 4-1 in game 1 and 4-0 in game 2. Well, either way, it is their first Drake this game. Is what really matters. And looks like they did decide to cancel the bot lane plan, and they're just gonna go for Baron here. Placeholder are being forced to move through and try and see if they can, but you're seeing pretty much everything is just dark for them here. See the Varus clears out the ward on the Baron as well. Yeah,
you were correct. This is the second Drake TMP have gotten, and they might just win the series.
Yeah.
2 Drakes taken.
Can the Zac be the hero again? Oh no, the Camille stops his E. He flashes in. He gets the Baron. But is it enough? They actually killed the Seraphine as well. Oh,
Baron,
and he gets out.
Baron a kill, and they get out. Oh my god.
Well,
that's a shutdown to. That's a shutdown to Cassio. Oh my lord. That didn't tie up the goal better. Huh. MVP or ace, I think I'll give it to Zac.
Yeah, especially if placeholder end up somehow winning this game. They are still about 5k gold down, however the Baron is very nice for them as it would let them stabilize the game a bit.
I don't know if I don't know if Camille had ult there, but if she had ulted him, he wouldn't have been able to flash over the wall.
Yeah, that's true. I think
she did nice job blocking
the blue buff accidentally went to Zac there. Actually, it's quite annoying.
Jungle pet.
Yeah.
She did a good job blocking the Zac, his jump, but then he just flashed over. So if she had ulted, I think that would have been basically the Baron on lockdown. She might have died
honestly,
for it, though.
the Zac had one goal in mind, and he went and did it. The madman.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
the fact though still remains that the moment that TMP win a team fight, it's over.
Yeah. However, we're about 30 minutes in, and with Baron, if placeholder could win a team fight, I think it's over as well.
I don't. It depends on how many people they kill. I think.
I think we're about to see a big engage.
I think they'll mostly use this Baron to just defend their base, get their inhibs back up.
Yeah, true. We are seeing TMP setting up in this bush, maybe looking for a catch. If they catch out someone, if they can catch out someone, yeah, there they go. Flash. The set flashes, but still gets hit. Seraphine was coming in. The set's just dead. As is the Nami. Nami picked up by the Seraphine and the Mumu on the side. TMP are just brute forcing this. The Zac is still alive, but not a lot of health left. He goes into his passive. Cassiopeia is still standing, but she's the last one right now.
Yeah, the set flashing, but still getting hit, just massively screwed them over. They have to take the inhib, but this will be it. This will be the game.
Yeah, unless Cassiopeia pulls off some miracle. Nice stun there from the Camille. Very nice though for Cassiopeia, but it won't matter. The numbers game is too much. And that is going to, and ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a 2-1 victory for Team Mental Paper.
Yeah.
Papier, sorry.
It's kind of like you said though, Cassiopeia did really lack damage, and she even decided to build a Zhonya's fourth, sadly. Yeah. So in terms of damage, that was definitely pretty low. Considering you had a tank and a somewhat tank top.
Yeah. Overall though, quite a fun little series between both the two teams.
Oh, very back and forth. Both teams showed good moments. I think the steals were very much a highlight.
Yeah, the 2 steals at the end looked really good. But sadly, just wasn't enough.
Yeah. So this does mean that TMP will move up to 3-1, while Team Placeholder will drop down to 1-3. They won their first series in week 1 and have since then not had a lot of luck.
Yeah, sadly enough for them.
Losing 2-0 to Troglodytes and 2-1 to McDonald's Freedom Fighters.
Yeah, dropping to 1-3, not ideal. We see Ana and ADD are currently 0-3, so they would be. There's a 1-win difference there between the two teams.
But I think still a significant difference, considering, for example, the other teams haven't really won a lot of games, or any at all. While Placeholder did just won 4 games so far. So I'd say they're definitely still on a higher level. Hopefully they can go even higher, you know?
Yeah, speaking of TMP though, they've moved up to 3-1. This would, I believe, move them to the same score as.
No
Oh,
one
no,
else.
wait,
No
apologies.
one's
I believe
3-1 yet. Yeah, it puts them third currently.
It puts them third currently. Support Diff, I believe, won their series. I would have to double check that.
Yeah, they did.
Well, yeah, which puts them at 4-0. CBS still plays. They will be playing on the Monday game at 7 p.m. So we'll see if CBS drops to 3-1. But speaking of, as we were talking about TMP, we are joined by Nipper. Is that how you pronounce it?
Is supposed to be pronounced in French. It's supposed to be pronounced Nipur, but it's kind of hard to pronounce for
Nipur.
strangers. So
Oui.
yeah.
Alright.
Well, welcome to the show. First off, congratulations on the 2-1 victory.
Well, thanks.
So, talk us through a bit. What was it like after Game 2 when you guys lost? Did things seem to... Did you guys pick yourselves up? Was there anyone giving like a speech or anything? Or did you just say, we destroyed them Game 1, we can do it again Game 3?
Well, the thing is, since we picked blue side again, we kind of just ran back a very similar comp, and I guess it just worked. I think just Amumu is just so broken, and we just play around him every time, and when we don't get him, because we banned it ourselves Game 2, but, you know, we were scared of them picking him, but turns out it works.
So, moving up to 3-1 now in the standings, do you think do you think you're now in a position where you can challenge for first place, or do you think that you still have room to grow? You still have to grow, and before you can really do that.
I think we can aim at least for like a top spot in the competition. Mostly because this week was kind of scary because we had lineup problems and our mid laner had to play support and it was kind of wonky. But since we got through it, I think it's gonna give us a lot of momentum going forward, and I guess we'll see.
Your next matchup actually is against Team CBS, who currently stand at 3-0. They play on Monday. Are you potentially? Have you thought about that series at all yet, or have you not really? Or do you take one series at a time?
Yeah, we just go 1 week at a time. We usually like look at every team what they their game plan usually, what they like to play, and we just discuss about it every week. We don't really look at it before.
You're gonna have quite a head scratcher with our game history.
I hope you're ready for Ragnar Ivern bot again.
Oh, please.
Have
you practiced it?
No, we have not yet, but we might. What would you say about Team Placeholder, though? Was there anything in particular you'd say that stood out for you and that you'd like to speak about, or?
Not really. I think it's just a pretty good team that they seem to have a very distinct like game plan, which is like I think it's good, and I think we just ended up having a better game. I think it was closer than I had anticipated, if I can be honest, but we still end up 2-1, and I guess we'll see for the next match.
Do you?
You go, Lefty.
Can you tell us why you would not let Vex through? Because someone's really mad about that.
Honestly,
is that someone fluffy?
Honestly, we have the top laner. He's the one that does the scouting, and he said everyone bans Vex, so just ban Vex, and we did. Honestly, it's not that deep.
I mean, when we played against them, we were like, well, we have to ban something. I don't think Vex is a very good champion or anything, but if it's like the one champ that they're really known for and stuff, you might as well take it off the table. Yeah. Another question here that Robin is actually suggesting. You are Diamond 1. I saw you were Master as well a few seasons, like last season or 2 seasons ago. How did you end up here? Do you think it's unfair to be here?
Yeah.
Like, what's the
At
story?
first, I was kind of like not sure if I wanted to take part of it, but I'm actually like registered as a sub, but we have a lot of players that cannot make it to this because they have busy lives, and when we started screaming and all the games ended up being pretty close, and most scrims we don't really win a lot. So if like every game I was like 19-0, like stomping everyone, I would be like, yeah, maybe I should not play. But since it's pretty close, I don't feel like it's that much of an advantage at all. Especially since I mostly don't play my role. I'm an enchanter main that mostly plays support, and I just play ADC most games. So
yeah.
yeah.
We did
I-
notice that you like looking at your account that you're a support main, but still, I mean, if you play AD carry, you get 10 CS per minute. It's still pretty
Well,
good.
honestly, I don't feel like I get out CS'd a lot. I like last game. Yeah, I'm not that much ahead, I feel.
No, but I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago that you were just at like 10 CS per minute, 11 almost. Today it was more even, I think. Although you were ahead a lot of the games.
Yeah, I have a an account where I play some ADC, like sometimes, like I play ADC and mid for fun, and I'm like plat 1 or something.
Do you guys? You mentioned scrims and that you don't win every scrim. Do you guys scrim a lot? We've played 2 scrims so far against
We
ADD.
scrim like 3 or 4 times, I think,
Huh?
and I don't
Against
think
who?
we've won once. So yeah.
Against who, if I'm allowed to ask?
Aurora,
Ooh,
MFF, and I forgot the other two.
Aurora. That's actually interesting. As they're currently pretty low, actually. They're 85.
Yeah, but it was quite a series. We played 3 games, got stomped 3 times.
Well, scrims don't matter as long as you
Yeah.
perform, right?
Yeah.
Well, one final question, just before you go. Actually, 2 questions now that I think about. Firstly, where do you feel the team still needs to like improve? Mainly, would you say? You don't have to like flame your teammates, but I'm just out of
No.
curiosity.
No, it's like I think individually they're all getting better. I'm not actually the one making the shot calling most of the game. I'm not, because I have not really played with the team before. So I think just overall as a group we're improving, and also like individually they're improving. They like stop getting caught and all. So I think on both aspects we are improving.
All right, so final question I actually wanted to ask: is there someone in particular or some team in particular you're excited to play that you haven't yet?
Honestly, not really. I don't think there's nothing that really comes to mind, so I'll just say no.
Fair enough. It'll probably be probably either team that beat you or one of the undefeated teams, just for revenge or to snap that streak. Then, right?
Yeah, I
Gotta
guess.
take revenge on the MFF. I don't know if you played then. Yeah,
I don't think so.
yeah, it was the
Did
first
you
game
play
of
them week 1? I forgot.
I'll
it
take a
was-
look for you guys right now. You guys have played new team, which is support diff, troglodytes, Anna, and now placeholder.
Okay.
So week 1 was week 1 was support diff.
No, they played MFF. It's not correct.
Oh, apologies then.
Yeah, support
think there was something
played
like that, yeah.
troglodytes in week 1.
Oh, okay, apologies then. I was looking at the wrong schedule.
Any more questions?
No, we thank you for your time here at Nippur. I think I butchered that very horribly. I
It's good
apologize.
enough.
Yeah, there's a guy here just basically French because he's from Belgium.
Shut
so you
the
pronounce
fuck
it
up.
for us.
No.
Okay. Thank you for your time. We do still have an interview coming up with one of the placeholder players. And I wish you the best of luck in the future games, except against CBS.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me, and good luck too for the next games.
Thank you. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, now we have the other interview coming up is Meister Fluffy, the mid laner of placeholder. She has just joined our call here. Fluffy, first off, sorry for the loss to 2-1. Obviously, tough to lose in 3 games, but I'm sure you can take some positives from the game, and maybe you can just tell us a bit about how you and the rest of the team feel about the series overall.
I think it's a bit difficult because we are very split on it. I think. I mean, we haven't played together. Well, I'm the one that hasn't played together with the team at all. I'm entirely new. I've been only playing with them for this tournament. So I don't know if I can speak for all of them, but they've been playing for a long time. Not competitive, but for a long time. And I do think that they joined mainly for fun. So that's probably fine. I think we are a bit frustrated with the losses overall, but we are trying our best to improve on it. We even got the coach Twilla on the case, and we're gonna speak about the last game with him as well.
All right, it's good to hear you guys are keeping spirits up. You have performed well. I believe that it's two of your losses have now been 2-1, which is always sad to see, but it does mean you guys are very competitive still. So I feel like everyone kind of wants to ask. After game 1, the set didn't work out, to put it nicely. Was that what exactly was the thinking behind just immediately going for the again in game 2? And obviously there's a lot of trust with the top player to pull it off, so I'm just curious if you had considered other picks, or you just decided set was the way to go.
Ooga booga said boss man. That's all I say.
That's one way of thinking it. No
Top
way, I
laner
guess. Yeah.
mentality. Right
No
there.
thinking, just said exactly.
That's it. To be fair, the truth is a secret, and I will not tell it.
Understandable. Can't reveal team secrets here.
He actually only has one hand. Just runs in and attacks.
Wouldn't we play Yumi then?
Yumi's dead.
True.
You probably still pull off top lane Yumi, I'm sure.
They beat the
Great. Now I can play it.
Yeah. So, well, we got your thoughts on the series and everything. I would like to ask, where do you think the team ranks now overall? You are, I said, 1-3. Would you say the match score doesn't really reflect your team strength? Do you feel you should be a bit higher, or obviously you're aiming higher, but just how are you feeling about the score?
It's difficult to say. I do think that like a nice win would be nice also for our mental. I do think that we stand out a bit for our mental. As you said, we do play all the games till the end, which I very much enjoy about the team. That's like my biggest happy moment there, right there. So it's but I'd just like for us to bring back a win again. I am still incredibly proud of the second game. I think we could see like our strength there in that game, and we weren't able to pull it off again in the last one. And in the first one, we weren't really on tune yet. So it's something to jump back in. I also gotta say that we hadn't much time to practice, like for 3 or 4 weeks now. So we are kind of going blind into those tournaments, and that might explain the losing streak.
Understandable. So, I actually asked about the set, but I think another question is, do you think Vex is ever going through?
No, just because it's a meme at this point. It's so fucking guys. I'm not the Vex main. I have her level 3. She's not even level 7. I have 30,000 mastery points. Please just let me play her. I wanna have fun. Thank you. And I don't play Anivia.
Oh wait, you don't play? Wait, so why do teams always ban Anivia then?
I don't know. I don't play her. I don't know. And even if I play her, I'm shit on her. I don't know why the people ban her. Okay, wait, never mind. I take that back. Just ban her. It's a free ban for us. We are happy.
Kind of annoying to play against, I guess. And you
Yeah.
know
Play her. I have 5 games on her.
Well, we might have an
That's-
all-star event or something that lets you play Vex.
Oh, I'd be so hyped too. I mean, gonna be honest, they are right to be scared. My Vex is fucking brutal, but I still just would like to play her. Thank you very much. Give me a free win.
A free win, you say?
Give me the free win.
With Vex? That piece of... Nah.
I mean, it depends on the team. To be fair, on the team constellation, but I am very confident.
All right. Well, your next game, looking at it, is if this schedule is correct, it says you're against Premium Esports Gaming, Peg.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, this is the correct schedule. You have already played ADD, us.
I haven't played
Gone
against Peg yet, right?
Fighters.
You just play the TMP in Game 4 and Game
Wait, when
5.
do you
It
play
says
Ana?
There's Anna left and there's Peg left, as far as I know.
You
Yeah.
play
So-
Premium Esports Aurora, then Support Diff,
Yeah. Wait, have
and
we?
Troglodytes. Wait, what?
Oh no, we haven't played against them either.
Oh,
I don't
wait,
know.
Game
Wait,
9, obviously.
it doesn't matter.
Ana. Yeah, you play Ana Game 9.
Well, currently it says your next game is against Peg. So, do you have any? Have you started looking at that at all yet, or is it?
I mean, aren't they also just jumbled together people?
Probably.
I think.
I mean,
most
they were
people
a
are.
late entry, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I don't
We just
think
gotta-
anyone was a later entry than us.
Fair
I think
enough.
there were actually.
Might have been. Yeah. Have you looked at the team and everything? And what the matchup might entail the next week?
Holy shit, no, man, we're still busy, like trying to head our heads around this match.
Can
What do you
some
think we are?
do prep in this server, please?
we listen here, okay? We've got a scout in our team. That's as much as I can say, and she's doing a very much great job at it. So we trust her with our body and soul, and so we ooga booga the main team, just ooga boogaing down the lane, and we like, okay, we trust you, just do your job.
A scout, a coach. It's like you're a real team.
I won't say anymore.
I mean,
then-
you've invested a lot more than other teams, which is very commendable. I'm sure there's probably I'm sure there
But
are
dude, I
probably other
just
people
said that we
interested
haven't
on
played
it.
together in 3 weeks. What do you mean we've invested more than others?
I mean, you have a coach and the scout. Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, yeah, just a shout out, by the way, if you're on the topic. Thank you very much to Trila. We're very hyped to play with him again. He's our server only coach right now, doing it on his free time as well. So give him a cookie if you see him. He took the time, spoke with us about like our strengths and weaknesses. Thanks to him, we actually improved our draft quite a bit, I think. And we'll talk about the last game with him as well and try to polish our team playstyle out so we can get those wins finally.
Wait, what's the name of the coach?
It's Twila.
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 And everyone can use this coach apparently. So it is.
I mean,
it is
you gotta be nice to him, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's us
No.
disqualified then from using him.
No coach for
Yeah.
Stewie.
Oh,
who need-
I'm sure that other teams might look at him in the future as well. It's possible other teams have as already.
No, he's ours now. Shh.
Well,
away.
So I guess we might need more coaches in the server then, ladies and gentlemen.
He is
Don't worry.
claimed.
I'm sure Stealth will coach. He seems like
don't
he's a
ask
fun,
him to
fun
coach.
person. I tried to get him to coach me once, and he basically told me, "I can't coach you if nothing what you do is correct."
Oh no.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I
want to stop playing a good roasted as well.
He'd be an interesting coach. You should have seen him trying to teach Lipsy Seraphine. Lipsy asks him for hey, what item should I build? He doesn't say anything. Then 10 minutes later, after Lipsy's built the item, he asks him why he built it.
Oh,
Sounds like me, gotta be
everything. He does
honest.
that all the time.
Yeah.
All right. One last thing. Apparently, if you open a ticket on the ticket booth, I think it's called, on the server, you can actually leave any suggestions and/or feedback you would have about games, about the server itself, about the tournament, and so on and so forth. And
I will say, for coaching wise, if anyone is interested in it, I'm sure plenty of teams would appreciate one or wouldn't mind one. So be sure to ask. Yeah, that's about it from me. And Lipsy, would you like to add any final statements?
Today was a good series, and I look forward to our game tomorrow. I'm already nervous.
Well, it's played tomorrow, but for everyone here, the match is played tomorrow. It will be recorded, but The actual broadcast will be on Monday at 7 p.m.
Oh, there is
Central
actually a
European
game
time.
tomorrow because of it. It's Aurora against.
It is Troglodytes versus Aurora. It is at 8 p.m. Central European time, and Meister Fluffy here will actually be one of the casters for it.
It's Zoko and me again. We are the legendary duo, so get ready.
Yes, so the final 2 matches, as I said, one of them is Gold Freedom Fighters versus CBS Monday at 7 p.m. Central European time.
There's one more game.
And then
But-
I said 2 games.
Yeah, no, there's
Then
no. There's another game. Anna still haven't confirmed their game, I think.
Yeah, Anna played tomorrow, but I believe, the replay is on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central European time.
Okay.
The other match that happened this week was ADD versus Supportive. I believe it was Supportive that won that, who moved up to a 4-0.
Yep.
And as far as I'm concerned, that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you a good rest of your evening. And Lipsy, any closing statement, or Meister Fluffy?
Play Seraphine. She's OP.
That's one.
I
way of
love
looking at it.
you. You guys are cute.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
gentlemen.
everyone. Don't get over your head, Lipsy.
What? What'd you say?
Don't let it
What?
get to your head.
No, before that.
Oh, I meant everybody.
That
No,
everyone
you
is
said
cute.
1v1.
No, she didn't.
Oh, then I misheard.
I think he's hearing things. Alright, while my broadcast
voices.
partner loses his sanity, later on,
Voices.
have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow for Troglodytes versus Aurora.
Goodbye.